I thoroughly enjoyed reading the recap.
Oh, Torik's little religious crisis. It's fine.
Yes. Yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
I'm sure it's not anything that we need to be worried.
Nah, it'll be fine.
I'd be happy to recap our last session if needs be. I'll give myself a point of inspiration.
S-
I mean,
Sorry,
I can recap.
I forgot my password on my Roll20 apparently.
Oh God.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to do that really quick.
Showdown at the Mythalar. Fight with an Archlich and a giant spooky spectral thing. He had some he had some buffs and debuffs from stuff that we had done. One of his buffs was actually more of a debuff, I feel like, than a buff, but giving everybody fire vulnerability turned out to not really work in their favor.
Oh no.
Like,
No, you guys they had fire like resistance and immunities, but Kaizel, because you bonded with him and he opted to help you guys, turned that into a vulnerability.
oh, okay.
Hmm.
I was thinking that was to do with the dragon, but I guess the dragon gave them the frost resist, or cold resist rather. Too much WoW, and something else. They had a whole bunch little minion dudes. There was a Periton. Haza sent everybody scattered, put Godric right in Vrake's path, or Vrake in Godric's path, really, because Godric just kind of started swinging, and Vrake got real fucked up. Inks was bouncing all over the. Oh, Doug's not here. Well, Inks was still bouncing all over the place. Goblin ninja kicking off of both undead skeletons and off of Haza to push Haza out of Vrake's grasp. Perhaps the single greatest power move is Olvius locking down Dana the entire fight, just about. Um, mid use of Toric as a little pick me up, as a little kobold Gatorade. Olvius,
Capri Sun, if you will.
yeah, that requires a straw. I
He
liked
did put his
Kobold
hand inside
Canteen
it.
for my general.
Yeah, that's right. That
Uh,
was what it was.
Locked her down with some hypnotics and then put her in a box, which we're about to deal with shortly. Toric did interpose himself between Mel and danger. That did not end well for Toric, who had his heart removed from his chest. On the plus side, it does prove to everyone else in the group that Toric does, in fact, have a heart. There is physical proof of that. Uh, but Athena was not requisitioned. Well, I guess requisitioned would kind of work. Requested was actually where I'm going. It was requested of Athena to bring Toric back, which she did. And then we just sort of continued the beatdown on Vrake and the flunkies. Vrake ultimately being killed when Ulvius shoved him back into a giant blade ward, or wall of blades. Yeah. We still have Dana to deal with. We had some time before, a couple minutes before the wall comes down, to maybe get a few healing spells off, since I don't think any of us are particularly feeling fantastic. Actually, looking at health bars, maybe y'all did that already, and it's just Mel and I back here with like.
I think it is.
Hayes is looking a little rough, but everybody else seems fine. There was a bit of examination of the Mythalar by Mel and by Toric. Mel getting kind of a vision message, some sort of divine inspiration of how of at least one way that it could be destroyed. At which point Toric asked Athena to just, hey, take a look at this and tell me if you can destroy it. We realize we do have some time. Well, I mean, we have to get Dana dealt with first, which we're about to do. And then there's discussion on whether or not we should go get Kaisal since he designed this thing, and with his master currently incorporeal, incapacitated, not walking around, delichified, if you will. Maybe his oath is got enough wiggle room for us to pull this thing down. Not to say nothing of the other residents of this place that we have dealt with that probably should get at least some sort of warning before this place goes right side up. Because it's already upside
Yeah.
down.
We
So.
call that a wacky vi. One thing that I do want to mention before somebody suggests me do it again, I did call upon divine intervention, and it failed, but I did get Mel did get a vision instead of a way to dispel it.
Yeah. A means that you have available to you. Yes. Okay.
He walks into it.
So we do have about like a minute left.
Everybody gather up around. It's time to kill it. This is gonna hurt.
I'm gonna stay back here.
Yeah, that's very good. You stay back there.
Hold on. I mean, we have as I recall, we have at least a couple minutes before that goes down. So I got spell slots that I can
Yes.
dump into some cure wounds here.
Wow, I kind of just did hit it, huh? I could mass
Yeah.
cure wounds if you want. Do we need that?
23. This is all from Mel, by the way. This is not on Torek. So that's 34 healing for Mel.
Hey, what the hells are you doing? You know
Praying,
you still
be
got
quiet.
Okay. Me and Godric will start swinging on it. Everybody else just open up. Once this goes down.
They moved the button that you press to get your character sheet from your token, and that's annoying.
I'm going.
Fine.
Oh no, my character sheet is just minimized. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I thought I'd sort of give the signal to everyone that I'm
Yeah.
dropping the wall by trying to invoke a little tea time on our quarantine friend.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe get it to move a little slower than it used to move.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Does everybody have their positions? Their
Yes. Is everyone where they would like to
places?
be?
Also, that healing from Mel is gonna go to Toric. You bastard.
That would have been 2 first levels instead of a second level, so you can add another 2 hit points.
If I go down, please save me so I don't get added to the Mythalar.
Yeah, I think that's pretty standing for all of us.
Yeah.
Well, I figured I'm staying back here. You keep running up, so that's why you got that. I don't need this.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, I should probably summon a spiritual weapon and go send it over there.
However you want to go about this.
Just so you know, Ulvius, because Doug's not in, I'm not gonna have inks rolled into initiative.
Yeah, that's
It
fine.
affects
That's
what you
even
yourself.
better. I'm just hiding behind things. But
Okay.
I don't care. Right. I mean, if you want to make it easy, I'll hide behind Athena.
There you go.
I'm gonna
fine.
step
Yeah, you're
over
fine.
to Hazo, just one step over here, and do a little healing hands. Just 14 hit points for you, and then another 11 from lay on hands.
Okay, that helps a lot. Thank you.
All right, I'll have you guys roll into initiative, and we are going to do a single round, but Wall of Force, she also will get to prepare. So it will be. I think it will be fair that this is going to be a natural initiative. However, she also just rolled fucking ass. So okay. Which leaves Toric first, but I will say, Adam, you wanted to drop and cast slow. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, so we'll have that be the first round that you're able to do, and then it'll fall into the natural initiative. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so we'll make that. We'll try to make that save. Fuck off. Okay, 14. All right, she is slowed. So, Toric, you are up first.
Okay, but I'm still waiting for the box to drop. Is that correct?
Box has
Box
dropped.
has
I just
dropped.
haven't removed it
Oh.
from.
Boxes down.
I can't. There we go.
I should probably look up the range on my guns. I will at least move to there. That should put me in short range. Feet collapsed up here, and it's just shots. I am staying as far back as possible. I don't want to get shot. Oh yeah, 120 short range.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Ooh. I see.
Okay. That will also hit. Okay. All right, 3 clean shots.
19's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey.
31, 40, 59.
Yeah. She's hefty. She is a big she is a big paladin of a woman wearing very old and heavy armor, but she moves in it very quickly under unsedated circumstances. Those are all hits that burst through the steel of her armor.
That's it for me.
All right, Ulvius, you are next.
I will try and invoke a little mind wind.
Do we have a full
I have a
picture of her armor? Because I'm trying to zoom in on the token, but I don't
Oh,
find it in the.
yeah, I guess I haven't. This is what I have. I don't think I saved her full art, but
Oh
this is
yeah.
the token
Okay.
art I've got.
Very Dark Souls Stone Guardian armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so that is a 4 on the intelligence save. So that is a minus D6 on her next save, right?
I think it's just a minus a D4, the 8 points of damage.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Yeah. The no, wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
minus
you
a
were right.
D4.
D4. Okay, perfect. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it. Maybe drag Inks up next to me before create more of a barrier, but that's it.
Okay, Haza, you are up.
I'll step up, start swinging.
'Kay.
Ooh.
With her slowed, that is going to hit. Okay. The necrotic does not seem to have an effect on her undead form. Next attack. That's gonna hit. Okay, anything else?
Nope.
Right, you bring your battered sword up against her, and as it swings, you hear it ring against her parrying blade. She moves sluggishly, but just her broad size and the and her great sword, she is able to uh, combat some of your incoming attack. And as you make impact, the weapon within your hand is glinting and glimmering more than you have seen it before, as it swings in your hands with a better balance than it ever has. No mechanical change, but your weapon is improving.
The vibe is good.
Yeah,
We
things
love
are
the
getting
vibe.
good. Efina is good with a 22 with her firebolts for a good handful of fire damage, which Dana currently remains vulnerable to. And then it is the vampire's turn, who gets one attack, right?
Hmm.
Okay. And half speed. Or a spell if she wishes to try to cast. Which I think she is going to do. Which I always forget how this works. Okay. Roll a d20. Actually, you roll a d20, Adam. And you need to
Okay.
roll an 11 or higher. Okay. That means the spell takes effect, which means you have the opportunity to counterspell if you choose.
Yeah, I will counterspell at 4th level since that's the spell slot.
All right. I will need you to make me an intelligence check.
Okay. I will spend an inspiration. Not given. There. That's better.
Better.
Well, that counters my 9th level Blade of Disaster I cast.
Oh,
Oh boy.
And only just.
Oh man.
That's her fucking turn. Godric.
Valiant effort. And I'll stab.
She gets to make a wisdom saving throw at the end of her turn
Thank you.
against
Let's see
slow,
if
but
she
it
can
is
manage.
minus the D4.
It is a 15 naturally, so.
Yeah, so that doesn't differ.
God,
Get wrecked.
she's even not bad at them, but the dice have been unfavorable. Godric, 27 is going to hit.
I'll throw a 3rd level Divine Smite on that. She's undead?
She is undead.
Okay. So, Divine Smite, undead, upcast, upcast. Just making sure I've got all the right buttons pressed. I do. Boom.
Okay. Okay.
And second attack. Oh, I just clicked the damage roll again. What am I doing?
You can roll. We'll just go with these dice if there you go.
If you hit.
Alright.
And I'm going to use my wait, do I still have a channel divinity? No, I don't have one anymore. Never
Oh.
mind.
Hold on. That attack gets her.
Oh, she's dead?
18, 20, 27, 10. Yeah.
Oh, the 27, actually, that's going to be 1d8 more than I can do, so 4 less than that.
Oh my god. Okay, so she's still conscious.
Okay.
until the last attack.
Not after that 24 to hit, though. That with 2 HP, whatever you do to her, she's annihilated.
Well, that's the actual bonus action attack. It's an 18.
Okay. That's still going to hit as she is still slowed.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Done. All right, vampire dead. I could have hit somebody with
That
Blade of
blade of
Disaster.
disaster
Yeah,
would have
Blade
been
of Disaster could have
fucking.
done.
Yeah,
That would
that was the real reason that I was like, you don't just get to maybe kill her without resources. I
Yeah,
think.
and like the initiative roll really came down because like if my initiative had been any fucking better,
Yeah.
she wouldn't have had a turn. You know.
All right.
Uh,
Vampire destroyed.
uh, do we? i- Is there? Would Mel know if there's any specific way you need to dispose of a vampire's remains before it, or do they just die?
Vampires, as you witness when they are destroyed, they turn into
Oh,
like
like ash or
piles of
whatever.
ash. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
gotcha.
realistically, you are intelligent enough to understand she is probably capable of reforming, but your timeline on that is whatever.
What-
And you also don't like
Whatever.
you don't know you don't know how long it will take her. You also don't know where she would possibly reform. So
So all this like ornate armor she had on just clatters to the floor.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Don't they? I'm just remembering from Strahd, but don't they usually like turn into mist? And
They
fly
have
in
like
the air?
the misty escape, a black, like the remains of their spirit essentially. As long as there is passage of air, they can
Yeah,
get through. They can escape anywhere, which
yeah.
in this case is a non-issue. She can do that. All right, gang. You have minutes now with which to either short rest or do other spells, rituals, make plans.
I think short rest. That was where we ended last time. Is saying like, okay, at the minimum we do a short rest, and then we get moving.
Okay. You are welcome to start that process. If there are things you need to discuss, you can do that during this rest.
I'll just idly like kick around some of the the armor. Look at like her weird her weird like veil thing.
Yeah, this mask, as far as you can tell, you cannot see through, actually.
Yeah. Fucking creepy. None of it I touch with my hands. All of it I'm like poking it with the hilt of will. Just like shoving it around.
Yeah, it's heavy, and you can tell that it's probably enchanted. Um, but mm,
Hey Olvius, do you wanna check what this does, or we just wanna leave this one?
Uh,
It looks
yeah.
awful.
I mean, I'll check it out. I would like to get to try and recovering some of my magical abilities, but I can take a look at that. Sure. I will ritually cast Identify.
yeah. I don't have a card for these, but the armor is armor of resistance, of radiant resistance,
Okay.
and it is plate armor.
I'll let everybody know.
All right. Do we want to notify folks, people that we've met along our way so far?
Probably.
We should figure out. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole sequence of events, actually.
I really feel like we should go get Kaisal. He might be able to answer some recent questions, like what to expect when this thing shuts down. Does this? I mean, we're like upside down, but what are we resting on? You know, is this place gonna fall, or is it just gonna stop working? Are we gonna suddenly reverse fall up, down? I don't know.
I don't
I mean,
mean
it's
to.
it's not sure that he'd know really either. But is it possible that we'd be able to communicate with him from a distance? It feels like we shouldn't leave this place now that we are here.
We
Yeah,
should go
that's
get
fair.
the kobolds, though, right? I mean,
There's the kobolds, there's the lizard folk. They
Mhm.
helped
Shit.
us. I'm less concerned with that weird cult, but
yeah,
that may just be my own biases.
they can stay. They'll probably be fine.
I mean, there's a whole part of this city that we haven't seen, so we don't know what's in any of it. But that's just why it's worth asking.
Well,
I don't have a way to contact Kaisal,
You know-
but if anyone else does,
No.
I agree that we should not leave this place. Like, we should not all leave this place. Also, I agree with Olvius that some sort of chance to put my insides back where they actually belong would be appreciated.
Yeah, and not to. Not to dampen anybody's spirits, but you know, Vreg isn't like dead, right?
Yeah, he'll be back.
No. That's not what I mean. Kaisal's still going to give us the same information he would have. Because
Maybe.
Vreg's not dead. No,
I mean,
there's.
we did kick the shit out of him. That may change things. You're right, though. We don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I
worth
think
asking.
I think that
his
Mel's got a very
charge
good point
ends-
there. Because
His charge ends when we destroy the Mythalar. That's where it
right.
stops. Vreg is still dead, and he's still going to be loyal. Vreg didn't really
It-
have any power over him. It wasn't like, I don't know, didn't seem to be checking on him or whatever. But
Then,
I think
ask-
contacting from distance first is going to be a good way to go, just so we don't risk that.
does anybody have the ability
Can
to
we
do
do it?
that?
I can't.
Yeah, I can.
If I can, it would take a day, and I don't
Yeah.
know if I can.
Yeah.
Can I? I can send message
Yeah,
or sending. Yeah. Oh shit! I have sending prepared. Heyo.
hell yeah.
And the one spell slot remaining. What do you want me to say?
Like, dead, how do we break this thing? I mean,
And what happens after?
yeah. What? What should we expect with ending the Mythalar? I feel like that. I mean, he's only got so much room to respond, but
Yeah, I'd focus on the how, considering it does. We have to do it.
yeah.
We have to end the
that's-
Mythalar, right? And so whatever happens next, we'll deal with it. But we got to figure out a way to end this thing.
Olvius
Maybe
is
we can
right.
ask how we do it and how long do you think we have? That way, if he hasn't, I don't know, that might not be something he would have any clue about.
But it might be. I'm imagining sometime over the millennia, maybe Vreg had to reform, maybe. I mean, it has been millennia. I don't know. I'm going to start getting Pakareva back here.
Yeah, I'm gonna close my eyes and focus on stopping the bleeding inside.
Athena, have you come up with anything on breaking that thing? Another question. As far as getting out other people who need to flee, is that something that you think would be within your power to help us with? Blipping around and just evacuating this place a little bit?
You're asking Athena, right?
Yes.
Yeah. She says, I can do one thing. All of you guys, I don't think I'd be able to take all of you individually, especially if I'm also going to try to undo this, which
Yeah.
I've figured out a way I can, but it will be very difficult. Um, and she will explain that in order to use Toric's favor to destroy the Mythalar, she is going to need to outsource power. And here's mechanically how that would be available. And I'm going to just put that in chat for your guys' consideration.
I point over at the armor. There's a start.
Something. Oh, and due to the nature of the Mythalar, naturally, this addendum is very important.
What does that mean?
Quasi-magic items are any of the magic items that were built and live within Ularith that would be powered by the Mythalar.
Oh, okay.
Basically, any of the weird little knickknacks that you've picked up or the Charlatan that you have been taking along as well.
Yeah. Okay, so what has just been donated? The armor of elemental resistance. I'll start keeping a little tally
Radiant
here.
resistance. No idea what what it is. Like rarity wise.
Work on looking that up. Armor of radiant resistance is rare.
Thank you. I thought I was. That's what I was just looking up.
Yeah. I've pretty speedy here with my little
Thank you.
database. I'm looking at other things.
Do we have
I
any
have
idea
my
how many
+1
total
halberd.
points she needs?
Yes,
Like
sorry.
20.
20.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
right
got
there
something
at the top.
that's technically a legendary wondrous item that I've had since I bought it from Nick and Knack. Just fucking universal solvent.
Oh, you do have universal solvent, I guess.
I have had it since I bought it for cheap from one of them because they're like, yeah, whatever, just fuck it.
What are you gonna do with solvent? Unglue things? Oh
Yeah.
no.
So yeah, I will definitely throw universal solvent onto the pile.
Okay, what's the rarity on that one?
It is wondrous item legendary, according to compendium.
I think for the purpose of this, potions don't make sense.
That's fair.
because she is taking potions are alchemy, right? And even though that's technically in this world a form of magic, she still has to manipulate weave, you know?
Yeah.
Also, keep your solvent. You might need that.
You can't give Gale of Water Deep potions to help him stave up the Netherese orb in his body.
So we're
I
back
hadn't thought about
to-
potions, but that's because I wasn't thinking potions was
Well,
going to be a good option.
I wasn't thinking of universal solvent like a potion
Sure.
because it's a weird other thing.
It's not really a
use in the world.
consumable. I guess it kind of is.
It is quite. It is
it
absolutely
is.
that.
Okay, so I have a +1 halberd that I've thrown in the pile. That's uncommon.
Okay.
Corpse Slayer's rare.
We do,
Oh,
we do have some time, right? We can look for other ways to do this if everybody wants.
Mm-hmm.
I
think that's
We've got
good,
at least
but
as long. I mean, I like the idea of having it ready to go because
yeah, we should make sure if
he
this is
pops
something we
back
can
up.
do.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he pops back up, we need to just hit the big red.
Did Drake have anything on him?
nothing that
Very
you
check.
would be able to take off of him. Oh wait, the ball, the orb.
The orb.
Oh, what was the orb? A Death Moon orb.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, I need to roll hit
Is
dice.
it?
What is
I
it?
know.
It's a
I
Death
know
Moon
the.
Orb.
Yeah, but what is the rarity?
Artifact.
Ah, that checks out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that would help. I guess.
I'll also
I'll
point out, Mel, that your magic item, your Corpse Slayer, while currently still whatever level it may be, you just killed a divine anti-being. With it, you own now a legendary weapon, if that makes sense, even though the class of it might not develop. That's a historical relic you have in your hand.
Nah, no. That's Godric's glaive. Corpse Slayer didn't do shit.
Corpse Slayer did a non-insignificant amount of unresistible necrotic damage over and over and over again.
Like I said, I am imagining the look on this millennia old Archlich's face, who's like, necrotic damage. You got?
Yeah.
Why does it burn?
Yeah. Mel may not have this perspective, but it is the case that in 100 years she will be known as the thing that killed this almighty being.
Well, hasn't killed it just yet, right?
Not yet.
It could be the thing that if I drop it in the pile.
We're at 9 magical sacrifice points so far. I have added to the pile my animated shield.
Oh wow. Really?
You know you can all just save your magic items. I mean, if it doesn't come back in a day and we get everybody up here and ready to go, I can call upon some aid again, and if it doesn't work, just do it myself. Save you all
Doing
the
it
trouble.
yourself involves what exactly?
That's on
Hmm?
purpose. I don't actually have the golden torch anymore.
I don't think the house would really necessarily be conducive to
Uh,
a lay person.
Mel, I
You
think
would
it really
would
simplified
dispel.
into there's no way that you can destroy that thing without sacrificing yourself if this archfey here cannot do it on her own without sacrificing herself. I'd rather if we lost some magic items instead of one of our friends.
Huh? Oh, me? Oh no, I can. I can. No, don't worry. I can do it.
You can destroy this thing without sacrificing your being, but this all-powerful being cannot do that. I'm not sure. I need you to explain that before I can trust you to do that, Mel.
Later. We still have plenty more to do.
Okay, we're up to how many?
9 points with the armor resistance, the +1 halberd, and the animated shield.
Are we willing to give up
Um,
the Death Moon Orb?
Ulvius will walk up and slowly place the Death Moon Orb and his teapot in the pot.
Oh no!
Hey, Max, you never gave me the rarity for Spellfall.
The
Oh.
teapot?
I think it's because I made it up. Let me find
I mean, you did.
Yeah.
You did. I just.
I usually do make that up. Give me a
God,
moment.
I
I'll figure
don't
out.
want to do that, but
I don't. Yeah, that'd be wild. I didn't assume that was going to be on your table.
I mean, I'm literally at the point of, do we have enough? Like,
Yeah,
I will.
this
I am
isn't-
more than willing to throw my +1 musket in, but a +1 weapon is only an uncommon item.
We have the scrolls.
Okay, well, let's get down a list of all the things that we're willing to throw out because that's what I'm trying to look for here. So if you've got
Right,
a plus
well-
1 uncommon weapon, let me make sure that's being.
Yeah,
Right.
most of what I have is stuff like
Yeah, well, that just brings
the
us from
brass
9 to
dragon
12.
rapier.
Well, so I mean, we had 9, right? Olvius put
So
down
now
the
we're at
Death
12
Moon
with the plus
Orb.
1.
Okay, we're at 12.
What is that? What is the Death Moon Orb?
The Death Moon Orb is a
5.
legendary artifact, right? So that's another
that's okay,
5.
So that's 17
right? And then
or 16.
Olvius put down his teapot, which I don't know what that is, to be honest.
That would be an uncommon item.
Okay, so that's 2 points.
Or actually, it just makes your tea. Is that right?
It's
wasn't your
unlimited
focus, right?
tea. Yeah, it's
Okay,
not my
that is
focus.
actually okay. Right, you're okay. That will be a common item then. Apologies.
Okay.
So that would put it to 17. Torek, did you have some other like simple weapons that you were looking at? Like a rapier or something that I've heard you
I
mention?
mean, that's actually legendary. That's
Oh,
I've got
oops.
a hold on. Let me see what my ring is. I have a ring of warmth. I can
I believe
freeze
that is
and
uncommon.
fucking Luskin the next time we go back. It's fine. Just,
Ring of Warmth is uncommon. So that would put us at 19.
Well, I've got a +1 shield.
Plus 1 shield, that means we can put that and we can give someone a teapot back, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Olvius is hugging his teapot.
Oh,
Plus 1 shield's uncommon, so that's worth 2. That would put it us at 21. So we can take the common teapot and
if I can trade for the musket is uncommon. What's this? What's my
Oh,
unreleased
God.
cap?
Yeah,
That's my signature weapon.
I have
If
a +2.
there's-
I have a +2 shield. Brace of Ages ? Is what it's labeled as in my inventory.
oh yeah, yeah.
I
That's
mean-
the new thing you got from his Thax treasure trove.
Thunk. On the oh wait, oh, fuck,
What is that?
it's a
The
+2
brace of
shield.
ages.
I'm gonna look at that.
Yeah, that seems like something. What's my hat? My unreleased cap of spite. I feel like that's probably common at
I don't
best.
see
Yes, that is correct. Any of the little gaggy items that shouldn't be helping you in combat are common.
Well, if you have 2 of those, you can trade that for your musket back. The shield, the brace, I don't see it in the treasure journal.
It's just a +2 shield. Apologies.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's like very rare.
I also have a +1 quarterstaff for some reason.
Oh,
Oh,
there we
Yeah,
go.
a plus
hold
1
on, yeah,
quarterstaff right
backpedal.
there. That means you can
Can I
swap
have
that
my
for
gun
musket.
back, please?
Bingo.
Thank you, Mel.
Yes.
Back
Thank
to
you.
musket.
Uh,
So what
yeah,
are
no,
we at
there's
now?
no shot that.
We're still at 20. But Tor gets to keep his musket, and Olvius gets to keep his teapot.
Is that with my cap of spite going in there?
No,
Okay, I just need to know in case I need to take it off my.
no, you keep your
Wait,
cap
no,
of
no,
spite.
no, no, no. Hold on. Sorry, wait. Do I still have? Was I the one that got the staff of healing? Do we have a staff of healing?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, it was the Wanderer's staff.
Oh yes, the Voyager staff.
Voyager staff, right?
Yes. I hope that
mean-
I labeled it correctly.
Are we gonna need that, or what? What does that do?
Yes.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
I feel like that gets
Can
us
we-
out of here.
Yeah, can
Oh
we
no,
pause
I
a
get us
second?
out of here.
Can-
Yeah, I got that.
Second, and Godric, can you list what we're actually like sacrificing at this point, just so we make sure we're all aware of what it is?
Okay. I was writing down tally marks and not names of things.
Oh.
But I have the armor of resistance. I have my halberd. I have the animated shield. There was a the death orb, the moon orb.
Blood Moon Orb.
And then there was one other uncommon item. Did someone else have a +1? The +1 quarterstaff.
Yeah,
And let me just make sure that.
And then I threw a +1 shield in.
Okay, and then a +1 shield. Yeah, so that's this is legendary. That one is uncommon, and the +1 shield I think is also uncommon.
No, +1 shields are rare. Shields are, for some reason, are a higher rarity than the weapons, I believe.
Armor is, but shields aren't. Shield is showing
really?
as uncommon, and then a +2
okay.
shield is
I'll be
rare.
right back.
So yeah. But yeah, that's why I was double checking, because
Interesting.
I remembered that armor is like that. It's different, but a shield apparently is the same. So yeah, that's
Good to know.
3 uncommon items, 1 rare, 1 very rare, and 1 legendary. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There should be one other uncommon item that I am missing here.
Obvious will put his teapot back in the file.
My ring of warmth.
Yeah, that's
perfect.
it. The Ring of Warmth.
Ophius takes the teapot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Obvious is hyperventilating.
the heroic
Everyone is
sacrifices
watching on the
occurred
edge of
4
their
times.
seat as Ulvius repeatedly puts his teapot and then retrieves it from the pile.
This is for a good cause. I'm never going to have enough money to replace that shield.
Well,
Just
I'm
get
just
some wood.
saying.
I mean, there is a +2 shield that the party still has.
Who has it?
Mel.
Oh well. That's her shield.
Yeah, I was gonna say. We'll just buy some shields when we get back into town. We're gonna be the people who have destroyed the legendary Archlich Drake
Hey, we'll be
of whatever this
yes.
place is called, and they're
Ulrich.
gonna give us
Look,
shields.
Look, I think it is well worth it to sacrifice these things to do this. It is okay to take a moment to reflect on that. I liked that shield. It felt good, and it was good to me.
Yeah, I know that the animated
Uh-huh.
shield is not sentient, but he was my
Yeah,
friend.
that's tough. That's tough. It did bob in a way that resembled life.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah, come here.
Okay.
Come here.
Look,
I'll make
we
us
might not
do it.
have to. We've
Yeah,
got
yeah,
the
yeah.
pile. We might not have to do any of this.
Yeah.
We've got it ready.
Okay,
Yep.
Godric, I'm gonna
Took the
get
words
a
out of
little
my
bit
mouth, Godric.
taller
Good-
so you
good-
can
good
get
deal.
tucked in here and get a hug. Come on.
Oh,
It's okay. Yeah. I make myself like tall enough that Godric can like tuck in.
You stretch up to like 6'4".
Uh-huh.
The air's thinner.
You feel better?
yeah. This
It-
is great.
Yeah, it's okay if you don't.
Godric is 6'4", so you might have to be at like 6'6".
Like
Oh my god.
6'6". Fucking
You start
6'6".
at 6'4" and then go up 2 more.
Yeah. Like in the rush, the head isn't quite the right size. Like
Oh god.
it's just sort of expand. Armor doesn't fit for shit anymore.
Ew.
Okay. By the way, yeah, I can take us out of here. I got that. Us and whoever else can
Wait,
fit
yeah,
in
and
fast.
your magic is
In my brain, yeah.
Yeah.
In my brain, I know the tower for sure, and another one that I don't know what it is.
Now we do have the Voyager staff. Is there some? If we have groups that we need to get out of here, if someone else, another spellcaster, were to attune to the Voyager staff, we could move 2 parties with the teleport.
Are you attuned, Mel?
Yeah, we had to send that
The
halfling
the
back.
halfling, yeah.
how much you got in there then?
Not much. And recharges at dawn. It hasn't been done. Not by the staff's
So
measure, at least.
not enough left for teleporting?
No, gods no. We would break the staff before we'd get through half of our group. We'd need a couple days.
Here's
Alright,
the
so-
other thing to consider. If we're going to try to go get anyone we want to rescue from this place, we're going to have to take the keys out of here, right? Because you can't really see the door if we don't have the keys, right? Remember?
Yeah.
I mean,
I was just thinking, circling back around, we've discovered Athena is able to destroy this. We've got the magical items to sacrifice if necessary. So back on the option, on the conversation about how do we get everyone we want to out of here. The message, did we ever get that sent to try to
No.
learn
thought-
a little more?
yeah, I thought the idea was that he's probably not going to be willing to help us since Frake is not technically dead until the phylactery gets trashed.
Might as well. I can.
He may be willing to help us, just he may also be inclined to kill us if we step in front of him.
Sure.
Well,
Uh,
if you're just looking for information on how to end this phylactery, and you're worried that he's still going to be loyal to his pledge to break, ask him how to protect the phylactery.
Yeah.
I don't think the reverse psychology will work on this particular situation, but I enjoy the spirit.
So we-
In the spirit of problem solving, can I'm making lists. Who all do we need to consider evacuating from this place?
No one?
Ourselves, at the very least.
Thank
Well-
you two, for telling us exactly what we thought you'd say.
Well, I mean, I get what obvious means. Like,
Right.
even if we can't get ourselves out, this still has to go. If we're
That-
listing, though, I'd like there are 3 kobolds in here. That's not a lot.
Right. Kobolds, top of the list, got those written down.
Help us a
How
lot.
about the white dragon? I mean,
Mm,
I'm
Fuck that
not
dragon.
worried about him.
no, I'm good with that.
I'm not either. That's not a dragon anymore. What? Dragon's Hunt. That thing has. Anyway.
Obvious might just faint at that statement from Torek.
It is a dragon, but it's not really a dragon. It's broken.
What's her name? That's chained. The fiend. We met whenever we first got
Fiend.
here.
Yvist?
Yvist.
You list.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
What do we think about?
I don't think that matters, to be honest, because
Yeah. Okay.
she dies here. She just goes back to the hells, right?
Yeah.
As long as the Mythalar is destroyed, that is. So.
And as long as she dies.
Well, I mean, if the Mythalar isn't destroyed, then
yeah.
we're not worried about evacuating
Moot
people
point.
at that point.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I think it sounds like the Kodolds are the ones that we're wanting to try to be responsible for, if we can, holding
And the lizard
ourselves.
folk. They were just the
Yeah.
ones who were protecting the kobolds. So what does that make that, like 10, 6 individuals?
And yeah.
Yeah, I got one shot in the tank. So
Wait, for what exactly?
teleportation circle.
Ah, gotcha.
And if we did wait out for a dawn for the Voyager staff, there's no guarantee it would get back up to 7.
Wait, hold on. Oh shit, wait, you have to... sorry. This might be me hating Cleric and never playing Cleric, right? Word of Recall.
You
Do I
need
have
to
to-
set that up?
Yeah,
Right,
you need
okay.
to
you
have
have to
It's
cast
not-
that
set
at
it up
the.
at the time.
Yeah.
At the time, gotcha. I was gonna ask if it was like teleportation where it goes to a known location of another teleporting circle or whatever, but yeah, you need to set it up before.
The staff has 3 charges in it left.
It had 10 and then we use 7 for teleport,
Okay.
yeah. And it recharges
yeah,
D4 at dawn. It'll
No, it recharges a D6 plus 4 at dawn. So it will recharge at least
What?
5. So we will be back at 8 by dawn.
I guess so, yeah. 1d6 plus 4. Alright. Sure.
I have a practical question. How much time are we going to spend trying to rescue these people?
I don't know. One
That's
thing
a
I
good
Mess-
question.
Maybe
Yeah,
instead of asking what's his name about how to break it, we can ask him how long we've got.
or just send a message to the kobolds and tell
Yeah,
them to grab the lizard folk and get over here.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's the most effective
I-
use of our time.
One thing that I think we
Yes.
all should consider before we do this, however, Vrake had a lair somewhere. Like he had his own home. I don't. There's no quarters here. There's no anything. I mean, I guess he could have stood here staring at the Mythalar the whole time, but I imagine he had his own place somewhere, and there might be a lot of very useful information in that. Might be worth looking around for. I mean, it would be worth looking around for if we think we have the time. Which
It's how
I
would we
think we
go
should.
about that? Like, what's our best angle of approach there?
well, there's probably another exit to this place, right? Like I can't
What if
imagine
instead
he'd be
of
far.
what if instead of asking someone and trusting that they're intelligent enough to know exactly or how much time we could can't one of you like ask the gods to be like, hey, is it a good idea for us to waste time and do this other stuff, or a bad idea for us to waste time and do this other stuff?
I don't know. Can't you ask the gods? You
No, I
seem
mean
so
the gods
devoted.
bless me to kill things. That's really it.
Yeah,
They
kind
do
of same.
the same. Yeah.
Kill things and summon a giant weasel, and I'll pat Peckrave on the head.
I could divine whether or not. Well,
I'm gonna look
you have
around.
to ask them in a specific way. The verbiage has to be right, and the answers are usually cryptic. We would have to.
Peckrave, stay with Ulvius.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go into motion. I'm topped off pretty much. So, you want to look around, Torque?
Yeah.
Let me know if you want to go up, because I can get us.
I'm gonna go around the Mythalar. Give it some distance and see if there's another exit out of this place. We came in through one set of doors. There's probably more doors. So, all right.
Would it be wise to, instead of ask how much time or how to dispel this thing, we ask where Vrake's quarters are? Maybe we get that done and then be on our way out.
Oh, well, I mean, that sounds great to me, but for those people that are interested in saving the lizard folk and the kobolds, I think telling them to get their asses over here is probably the easiest way to accomplish that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Make that
You
happen,
all
Ryan.
realize
Do-
that we're like 3 layers of this city up from them, right?
Yeah. I mean, we got
25
here.
words is a lot, is a little bit skinny for directions 3 layers up.
Make for the Palace of Light. I mean, they've been here for a while. Make
Yeah,
for the
we-
palace, free Yvist if you have to. There you go. Then either Yvist leads them here and problem solved, or Yvist kills them all and
And then
problem
kills
solved
us.
a horrible way. Yvist isn't going to kill us. Come on.
Are you sure about
Yes,
that?
yes, I am.
You gonna
Yvist,
gamble on that?
Yvist got punked into a room by Vrake, and we just kicked the shit out of Vrake and Dana at the same time. Like, come on.
Yes,
If
and I
anything,
suppose that
Yvis
means we
might be
shouldn't
kind of
be-
mad that like we didn't include her in her revenge, but like dude's still currently temporarily dead, so she could get her chance.
Yeah. You know what? Good call. Oh.
I mean, they're not going to go. Let's be real. The kobolds aren't going to go near Yvis. They are terrified of her, and for good reason.
Do one of them speak common?
No.
Does DM, does that matter for message or sending? I
don't
believe
think
it
that
does.
Let me double check. I remember it's a weird rule. It's I
That's,
know it
that's a
I know it sounds
good.
stupid that it can either be one or the other, but whatever it is just surprising.
It
To
doesn't
understand me,
specifically say, it just says that a creature with
There
at
you
least
go.
an intelligence
at
score
least
of
one intelligence will understand your
the
message.
meaning of your message.
Perfect. There you go.
Wow.
Oh
Fucking
no! No, guys!
Sending.
They've,
What's
they've
up?
massacred my boy!
What?
2024 free rules for sending. Upon receiving your message, a creature can block your ability to reach it
Yep.
again with this spell for
Oh.
8 hours.
Yep.
If you try to send another
You
message during that
screen
time, you
calls?
learn that you are blocked and the spell fails. They massacred my spell.
It's fucked up.
R69.
That's awful.
One
They-
day in Baldur's
massacred
Gate, Secret Day just turns for the worst.
Send out that sending and get.
Peace.
This sending spell cannot be connected.
The target you have chosen has blocked you. This spell cannot be completed as cast. Please try again tomorrow.
As dial.
Hey, Adam,
Mhm.
can we get another take of that clean for amuse bouche?
Yeah. You like the sound effect?
The boo doo doo. I need that on a soundboard.
Absolutely. You just did a clean one. Perfect.
Oh man. Yeah, so I guess I will send to one of the kobolds saying to make for the Palace of Light, free Yvist if guidance is needed. Stay cautious.
Okay. The response that comes back is that you can parse through the language barrier is that they are going to try, but they have never come anywhere close to a palace.
Ah, fuck me. We should have. I should have warned them about the dragon.
Oh god.
It's okay. They'll be fine.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
I wish you could send. Can you cast sending with higher level spell slots?
Yes, you may.
You
Yes.
can. All right.
It just
But
doesn't
doesn't
increase your
improve the
words.
spell or anything.
Yeah, it.
Great.
Man, how
I'm-
awesome would that be if it did? For every
Wow.
level above 3, you get 10 extra words.
Welcome
for-
to
That's
the
actually kinda
premium
sick.
version
Right.
of sending.
For every
I-
level above 3, you can break one block of your sending spell.
Welcome to Send Longer.
Oh shit. Okay, but sorry. I pressed the button before I thought about it in character.
Fine.
I just realized that you could, and I got excited because I didn't realize you could. Anyways, oh, we should probably give them more clear. Can somebody, Torek? You've been keeping track of how we got up here. What's like a concise way to?
Yeah, we break it down into left, right, left, right, left
N-
kind of
No,
shit.
no. Just major landmarks. You know the kind. Something that they'll see it and be like,
I
"Oh,
will pull out
teleport
my
over here."
map and try to plot a short-worded course. Or, they can just ask the fiend that helped build this place. I mean, I don't like freeing her any more than anyone else. We got to kind of deal with reality at this point.
Well, I sent that they could.
Mhm.
I said I used sending to
Yeah.
tell them they could. I don't think they will. They seem a little bit scared of her.
Yep.
Yeah. Should we warn them about the dragon?
I mean, if we give them proper directions, they don't have to go near it, right? There's a teleport. I will pore over my very rough maps that I've been making of this place and try to figure out the best way to get them here.
Sure. Let's have you roll a survival check. And I would say with advantage because of your map, but because you're going to have to be consolidating this, let's do just a
Yep.
flat roll.
Good thing I have that skill. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
Christ.
not taking a nat one. I will use an inspiration. That's
Yeah,
way
that's
better.
There we
That's
go.
just
Oh.
disrespectful.
Okay, we go this. No, wait, no, hold on. Cult. Don't go that way. Don't go that way.
I was gonna go into the maps to figure it out, but Roll20 decided to shit its pants when I tried that. So we will say with your 24, you can give
Yeah.
punchy enough directions that you think will lead them to where they will, avoiding the dragon. It will come down
Sounds
to whether
good.
or not they can follow those instructions.
Great. Well, that's that then. I've got a few more but that does take me down a bit in my magic potential. I'm almost tapped out. Anyone else we want to contact before we break?
I can't think of anybody. I still think our best bet is trying to find Drake's lab, lair, place.
It's worth
abode.
at least scoping this place out.
Yeah. Plus, he might have more stuff in there that we can get
Yeah.
our items out of that pile, because I really do not want to be cold when we go back to Luskin.
I'm gonna go check out the top part here.
Yeah, I'll tag along, Hazel. We'll scout around.
Well, I don't know if I can carry you, but
Oh, is there? I didn't think carrion was.
well, I'm going up.
Oh,
Point.
I can fly.
Right. Wait, yeah, you can. Okay, yeah. I will cast levitate on myself and say, okay, when I get up there, just push me. Just scoot me over.
I'll click my heels and turn on my winged boots and.
Okay. As you're sort of floating around this thing, the giant, the skeletal figure made of spectral material, of which you can see the agonized faces of its prey and makeup, um, twist and contort. The head of the skeleton itself does drift around to watch you, and its hands are still ambulating. What are you trying to do upon getting up closer?
I'm mostly just trying to get high in this chamber to look around.
Okay.
Like, because
Uh,
Torque's kind of got the ground covered, which means there might be a second. Everything in here can fucking fly, or certainly Vrake could. So he could have potentially hid his lair, closer to the ceiling or hidden away or something.
Sure. Why don't you make me a perception check? Godric, who is also up here, I guess, can also make a check.
Yeah.
Mm.
I am also interested in
Well, never mind.
using a little divine sense to see if this skeletal figure is a creature of any. I guess I don't really have much of a way to figuring out what it is.
I mean, you can roll a religion or arcana check. Okay. You have a certainty that this entire structure of this skeletal structure is made of the souls within the Mythalar. Like they're being sort of it's an aura effect at the minimum that is given a physical form due to its density.
Oh, okay, sweet.
And like you can see people inside the bones.
Hate that.
Yep.
Don't see anything, Torek. You got anything?
I will skirt around, like, back to the walls as much as possible.
Sure, I'll have you make a perception or investigation check too.
It's the same roll for me.
You can see that there are parts of this hall that are like window boxes, not window boxes, but like boxes above the first floor, where there are like 4 different like alcoves, sort of high nearer the ceiling, but very clearly just like the second, possibly third story of this chamber.
Hey, that. Just kind of point them out as best I can.
Mhm.
Like viewing floors, maybe.
Okay, do you want me
Nothing
to
down
bring?
here on the ground, surprisingly.
Okay, I can bring you up, or Godric can.
I think you guys got it right.
I mean, we're not. I can't really see shit up here. The fucking thing's in the way. Also, it keeps looking at me, and it's.
Yeah, I'm not liking it down here much better.
Yeah, it keeps looking right at me, and its head seems to
Ooh.
follow me, and
that's worse.
it's throwing me for a fucking loop. So
The jaw
All right.
opens and its lower jaw with tusks sort of gapes wide at you as it leers a little closer.
okay, well, and we're dropping, and we're dropping, and we're dropping. Godric, do you want to take him up in case you got to do evasive maneuvers?
Yeah, I can give you a lift and shine some light around, see if we can find anything.
How
The
long is
souls
your
around here are
movement
creeping me
speed?
out. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this only lasts for like a minute.
Okay, well, if you know exactly where you want to go, I could take us up to it. I cannot move us very well when we're up there, unless somebody wants to drag me around from the ground like a balloon.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. Like, we'd only be getting a couple of us up there, and we'd be exploring this place. We don't know what we're gonna run into. It was one thing if we could get there easy, but if we can't, I think it's best we stick together. There is also the other door, right? We came into this door. Wasn't there another place down the hallway with the door to this place, right? Am I misremembering going somewhere? Not in
I
this,
think
not
so.
in the temple, but the hallway that led to the temple had another door. There was the door that felt really shitty, and there was the door that blinded us. Did we ever? I cannot stress how much I hope the answer is yes. We already went through the door that made you feel crappy.
I think that was the door into here.
No, that was the blinding door. Because remember, without the keys, it was
Oh,
blinding. Then we got both doors. Then we got all the keys next to it, and we could see.
Histhax Pyramid. Is that what you mean? The
Was
icky
that it?
feeling?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Never mind then.
I'm sorry, my map is so confusing.
I mean, I'm still on the temple, so you're golden.
Okay.
Oh, I got 2 Pachyravas because I never actually deleted her last one. I don't know what it was. What are our thoughts, people?
Buddy, bedtime is in 15 minutes.
I think she tried to mute herself and then hit the wrong button.
Fine.
Oops.
I only said that because I saw you go to reach for the button.
Godric, I know the fight was tough, but I don't want to go to bed in 15 minutes.
Look, I'm telling you that a strict schedule and discipline and regiment is the only way to continue to improve. We
Well,
have to go to sleep.
It's not the only way, but it is a good way.
Hayes, I prefer you not
Okay.
counter my lessons as I'm
Trying to instill the value of diet and exercise.
of course anyone can get lucky but this is a bootstraps type situation.
Yeah,
Look,
anyone can get lucky. Like
Look, I
Being-
think a number 1 on the list is we've got to figure out how to destroy this Mythalar and destroy it. Everything else is number 2 or lower.
well, we
Well-
already got that covered, and it's a boon.
We don't have it covered. The Mythalar still exists. The longer it exists, the more likely it is that Vrake comes back.
Yes, but it is going to start collapsing apocalyptically when we do collapse it.
Great.
that,
We'll
right?
solve that problem when we get to it. I'd rather deal with that than a reconstituted Vrake and having to have this fight again.
Mel points to the ceiling and says, "We're upside down. We fall. You want to think about that as fast as it takes gravity for us to get to the ground, or
Do you want to think about it while Vrake is trying to kill us?
we just killed him. We can do it a second time."
Well, I mean, it took considerable resources and blessings. We almost died in the first round of that fight.
How's that hole in your
Only-
chest, Oric?
Nice and easy to breathe out of.
All right, well,
Drops to
I don't
floor.
believe that.
Look, I'm all for destroying this place. I am. It was kind of my idea. But I mean, if we
Yeah,
could take 5 minutes to try to make sure we survive the process, I think that's worthwhile.
Yeah.
Okay,
Plus,
so
we are waiting for everybody to get here.
the current state is that one of the options we have in our pocket is a boon, sacrificing the stuff, destroy the thing.
Mhm.
That's what's in our pocket currently.
Hey, Athena, real
Expanding
quick.
that option at all. Go
sorry,
ahead.
sorry, Hez, I just wanted to find out, Athena, how long does that take once, like, you need to do it?
Oh, I could maybe break all of these down in an hour, and then maybe an hour to undo all of this.
Okay, I think we all agree she should just start that, right?
Hold on. Who's got a boon still?
Me?
Okay, so brainstorm for a moment. What could your boon do for us right now?
I mean, it's my boom.
I mean, 2 hours,
Uh-huh.
regardless. We agree that 2 hours is a long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm sorry, can you
finding
do
what
that
to
in
do-
like, do you have to do the actual, like, ritual immediately after breaking the items, or can you do an hour to break the items and store their energy and then begin at another point?
It'll all be like
One
water,
long. Okay,
and
got
I'll
it.
have to kind of keep a hold of all of it at once.
Got it. Don't magically pee yourself. Understood.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah,
why
that's really apt.
that's why I'm mentioning the other boon first. Inks, feel free to use it selfishly. Really, just go for it. I won't say I'm disappointed in you, but I am.
I believe I do still also have a boon.
Yep.
Okay. So options are for the boon, in a way that won't break this, is number one, knowledge, right? Knowing where something is if we need to move fast and get to it. Items that can be used to sacrifice, potentially. Or that's the limits of my creativity at the moment. But I do think those things should be used ahead of time, assuming that we won't have a chance after shit kicks off. This is our last moment here where she has any power to assist with that. And to get those done, she's going to expend a bunch of power to get your boon done. That will be the end of this.
Yeah.
That makes sense to everyone, right? That's where we're at right now in this exact moment.
Wait, hold on one moment. So, in order to, no offense, but with your reluctance, I doubt even death will get you to use your boon to save us all. We should at least rest a day to get the charges on our way home back. And she'll shake the
Thought
staff.
Hazel was our way home since we don't know.
Mine will take
I
some
guess so.
timing. Once mine goes off, it's gonna take me 10 minutes to set up. I gotta draw a bunch of shit on the ground. And then everybody's gonna have to get in there.
The staff
Well, I mean, you
works
can start the
instantly.
10 minutes like during the end of the 2 hours for Athena, right? So that right as that thing gets broken, we can all just leave.
In theory, yes.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine with that.
I mean, yes, waiting is okay. Waiting for the staff is useful because it gives us a guarantee. However, we don't know how long it is until Vrake comes back, correct?
Yep.
It could be before tomorrow. To
We also
Olus's
don't
point.
know if there are other forces here. Like, we've taken
Right.
out his 3 lieutenants, but this is a big city. There is a dragon still.
True. There is a number of things that they can't, I guess, get in at the moment, as far as we know. If we, well, maybe they can. We did open it up. I don't know
Yeah,
if it closed behind
we
us.
should not count on that either way.
Yeah, they are probably moving here, which means we do have a limited amount of time either way. So, for instance, a boon which is to this is limited imagination, but is directly practical, to put enough magic into that thing that it can do everything it needs to do. I point to the staff.
Well, I don't have one. I guess Godric, if you're...
So that's what I'm saying. That one is not particularly imaginative. It is, however, effective. As a we know what that will do, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we are trying to find Vrake's chambers, then that is a question that can be asked and divined. If it is worth doing, and if we can do it in the time that we have.
That is the big question, because we don't know how much time we have.
Well, we know we have 2 hours. That is one set
Well,
of we know.
We know that will take 2 hours.
Yeah. We might not have the full 2 hours. Some shit might happen between now and then, but we've spent, it's been an hour and change since he died, and since everything else has been kicked off. An hour since they started walking to here. So back to what I was saying, which is, yes, we could just stay here, hunker down, potentially go out and try to get the kobolds, bring them back, and then execute the whole thing here. Time it out right, do it, right? That we can do that. We don't need to spend those 2 boons. Maybe we could spend them after.
I'm sort of with Olbius on this one. I think we start, and if we can get everybody here, great. But this is more important. Will you please stop staring at me, giant skeleton
There's
thing?
no way they.
Yeah,
There's-
they just move to look at you.
Do you think it's trying to talk?
I hope not.
Hey, hey!
Do you want to find out?
I really, really do. Actually, can you understand me?
The mouth
It's-
opens. No sounds come out,
Oh
but
yeah,
the
we're
mouth
good.
opens
Well,
and then
that-
starts to move very slowly as if it is talking.
Oh, that's the worst case scenario. Okay.
What?
Are you
Hey,
joking? This
I'd
is
have preferred to
amazing.
scream.
hey, DM.
Uh huh.
I still do have a very funny spell slot I could use.
Yeah.
I don't think it works like this, but I could cast Speak with Dead.
I think that may be exactly what I had in mind when I was thinking of this.
You might fry your fucking brain.
Yeah, well, what if Mel
like
doesn't
looking
have
into the
anything to
sun.
lose? Yeah, Mel has just been kind of staring at it while she's been talking to you guys, and when Torek mentions that, she's like, "Oh, yeah, I know how to do that."
You hear upon casting the spell the voices of the legion within this body. But you can ask its questions. You just now feel every particle of it screaming at you at the same time. Or screaming to you, more appropriately.
Mel's eyes are just like squeezed shut, like with her head down. Torek, do you have anything to say back?
Oh God. I didn't expect that to work. Packaravel will wrap around Mel's legs, just to
I
try
can
to hold her
hear
steady.
all of them.
I mean, I feel like the first question is, can it? Right? Do we ask it if it can tell us how to destroy it?
Don't ask it if it can tell us. Ask it how to destroy it.
How
Torg does
can
the thing
you
where you
be
sort of like point at somebody,
freed?
like, see, smart.
Also, they might be able to tell us where Vrake's. I mean, if they see him come and go.
I want
I
to
guess, how
object to how disrespectful that feels when I can hear them all.
No, yeah, I hear it.
How
Vrake's
can
in there
you
right
be
now,
freed?
reconstituting with them. Like, sorry, I'll shut up.
Oh, sorry.
Spell's been cast, yeah.
Yeah, it's no. I asked them how, like, how they could be set free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every soul that has an answer for you begins yelling out to destroy the prison.
Prison.
The prison, the Mythalar.
Prison. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody who is
Yeah.
in here was participating in the ritual that bound them to it.
Right.
They are all unwilling victims.
Oh man.
Can you ask them if they can prolong Vrake's reconstitution as long as possible? if they have any ability to slow that down, he's having to consume their energies to reconstitute. If it's possible for them to help us buy time.
Can you resist Frig's reconstitution?
The amount of time that it is going to take for him to rebuild is already going to be hampered by these creatures trying to not be consumed. He
Right.
would realistically be present now if they were
If they were willing.
Yeah.
Right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was trying
It's
to
a
see
good
if there was a way
question.
for us to find out how long that will take, because that's one of the big questions that we really could use the answer to.
Mhm.
And then if it's possible for us to persuade them to try to make it take even longer. But
Okay. I think that I will grant you the answer since you now asked two questions with very little helpful answers. That it will at least be a couple of hours, but there's so much material within this thing. As long as whatever piece of him still exists is here, he can sort of grab whatever and whatever within he can make contact with, he can consume. It's just a matter of time.
okay, I think we need to get this ball rolling then.
Sorry. Five. So 3, 2 more. Anybody else? If no one else speaks up, then Mel has only one more question to ask, and it is, what is your name?
You hear every name of every creature that is within here that has a name and remembers it.
Mel will try her dang freaking hardest to remember that. Like, she immediately breaks the connection and begins writing.
Hmm.
I guess we get this ball rolling. Holy gods. Sweet death. Remind me never to do that again.
You mean speak with a trillion souls all at once?
Mel nods, just writing down names.
If that ever comes up again, I'll be sure to stop you.
Thank you. This is it.
All right. Let's take our 15-minute break, and we'll finalize your time within Ulurith, and move along. See what happens next. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
adventure. You guys are currently at the foot of this ambulant Mythalar, and its spiritual force field. Mel has communed a little bit with it. You have determined that you possibly only have a matter of hours before Vrake's body is remade. You also have decided on a couple of methods that would work for destroying it. So has the group come to a decision about how they would like to have it destroyed?
I think with the speaking with the spirits, kind of reaffirming that it's either we'll be lucky for 2 hours. I mean, I think we should just get that ball rolling and deal with the consequences as they come to us.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, Athena is going to camp out with the small horde of treasures and start unmaking them.
Does anyone want to, while we're working on that, just pan around a little bit, not get too far, but see if we can find any other chambers, any extra items, anything of note?
Yep. I don't really feel like just sitting here for 2 hours, so
Yeah, let's go.
Um,
We won't get too far. We'll be sure to be back. You know,
I'm going to take the first hour of
good
this
ways
and
before.
take a short rest.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, sorry, I was reading over my notes to try to find some answers for things you guys just asked. What Olvia's taking a short rest. Other
Mhm.
folks do exploring, right?
Exploring.
I'm gonna
Okay.
stay with Ulvius and the ritual in progress.
Okay.
Yeah, ditto.
Okay. Is there a means for folks to be exploring the upper floors?
I can run on walls.
That'll work.
I can,
Listen, I just know that Godric used his flight already, so
I can airlift people up there one by one,
Haza
Okay.
elevator.
and I get you back down.
Haze evader. I didn't like that either. So
Okay. So you guys can wander around a little bit. Well, I guess Inks actually can wander around. Inks, I don't think you have the carrying capacity to bring anybody up with you.
Maybe
Um,
always.
Olvius is doing a ritual.
Well, maybe I
I'm-
just grab him.
I'm like,
snatch.
you can carry me. I'm light. You've done it before.
Oh yeah, I got Torek.
What's your movement speed?
Currently?
Yeah.
60, I think. Let me pull it up. 60.
Okay, then you will be able to carry Toric.
Wow.
Okay. Put you guys over here. I don't have a map for the rest of this space, but there's essentially 4 like directions that you can head here, which will very quickly begin to demonstrate themselves to be like parts of a expansive manor. There is in fact rubble and destroyed material in some of the places that you wander by, but you also see there is private chambers. There is essentially like a den. There is also a small like treasury space, and then there is another commons room. Which would you like to explore first?
I'm just the vehicle, guys.
That's why I figured you were. All right. Well, you know what? Not the first
not-
intelligent creature I've directed. Sorry. What are my choices again, there, Max?
There's essentially like 2 common spaces, like a den and potentially a like meeting room, and then there is what is very very apparently a treasury slash museum space, like
Oh,
display
yeah,
room.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mountain Rider agree.
Um, many of the items that are here are uh relic in very obvious uh display. There is one like collapsed wall. Physical harm and age has destroyed part of this building, but you can see in displays there is a wall of skulls, and there is a wall of gemstone gemstone carved figurines, objects, and then there is a remaining shelf of literature.
I'm gonna go over the literature. You want to just grab the gems and stuff? You know, in retrospect, we probably should have just like dropped a rope down, and then anybody could have come up with us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look at this stuff, see if it's helpful at all, if it
I'm gonna grab
explains
money.
anything.
Why don't you roll me an investigation check, Torek?
Investigation. I don't like that. I don't like that. This is important. This is his bag. There we go.
The first thing that you notice as you begin to look for books that have withheld the test of time, many of which have, but there are a few that even enchantment seems to have not preserved immaculately. Um, the first thing you notice is that many of these books have been manually damaged. There is pages or parchments that have been torn out of books, ragged edges to the pages and within the spine. Many of them have actually been broken, like the binding of them snapped. And there are a number of pages that you flip through that there is over the words a scrawling of barbed, spiny serpent body, just with ink and fingerprint painted across the surface of them. You do roll with a 24. You find fairly well hidden amongst the other books a book that when you open it is entirely handwritten in a single pen, that you recognize as a personal chronology of Vrake Faxon. You can find enough within there to recognize like his name. It's all still in Netherese, but I will say you've got this and you can tell that it is a personal journal of his own. And then there is also a number of other journals that you can find that sort of match his penmanship over years as well.
Holy shit! Okay, this is Frank's writing. I'm gonna pocket that for later. Yeah, any book that is remotely legible, as many as I can fit in my bag, I will take.
Mm-hmm. Much of these books are not going to lend to Ted having a lot to learn, but these are resources that Torek can make use of at other times, and speaking to other historians.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't have special new magic for you.
Yeah. Nothing that tells us how to take apart a phylactery / mythalar, but certainly enough for Torek to nerd out about later.
Yeah, imagine how much money you could make doing translations of this shit.
Yep.
Yep.
And to that point, you don't know entirely the content of Vrake's own documents, but with time, could figure that out.
Yep.
You got us fucking like tax paper.
Oh my god, he's
fucking
embezzling
ledgers.
from. Oh well, I guess that doesn't matter anymore.
Inks, anything that you're pawing through?
I believe I am grabbing all the jewels, but is there anything that might interest her?
Um, I think here the like skulls on the wall are are kind of prominent to her, but not for any. I'm not thinking of a specific reason. Just that like that's a very weird display that he has set up.
Mm-hmm. Is it like formed in any kind of way, or is it like there's a pattern or something?
It is immaculate and measured rows. Like everything's kind of perfect, dusty but perfect.
Hmm. I'm just gonna use my finger to try and move it. See how like solid it is. In place it is.
Okay.
Secure.
You like interact with the walls, the skulls.
The skull
uh,
specifically.
okay.
Well,
All right.
just one skull.
When your finger comes within an inch of it, a light within the skull begins to glow.
Oh, I did something. Oh no, that's not right.
Do you back away?
Yeah.
The light dims as you retreat.
Oh no, it's fine. Go back to your book reading.
Well, no, moment's ruined. That's okay though.
Okay, well then watch this. I'll put my finger closer. Not touching.
As you get close, the lights return and the jaw opens.
Oh, I didn't do that before.
Think they're trying to say something, and they have to be on here for a reason. Maybe it's like a way for him to speak to other parts of the city.
Hello. We are your new rulers.
That is so
Uh,
awesome. I really hope that's what it does.
roll me
Oh
roll
my
me a
god, no.
deception check. Okay,
No.
you have advantage. They don't have eyes.
No. Oh god, where are my skills? 15.
Okay. This one, as well as the ones all surrounding it, like in a circle on the wall, all say, all speak at once, in what you hear as an honorific.
Oh my god. I have an army of the dead.
An army of skulls on a wall? What do they actually find out what your army does?
Shit. All right, minions. What? How are you useful?
They begin to incant.
Oh, I don't know what that means. She'll turn them toward.
They don't stop incanting.
Well, that's not good.
I'm
Okay,
assuming
okay,
they're
okay.
speaking in whatever weird netherese that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Can you can pause now? Do they stop?
They all stop.
Does any one of you speak common?
One that is farther away from the like circle that you've been talking to, uh, speaks and says, "A language I know."
Holy shit! I did not think that would work.
Not gonna lie, neither did I. You're doing great.
Okay, minion, what is it that you all do for me now?
Try what is your purpose?
What is your purpose? That's the first question I asked.
We may voice for the chorus to bind your soul to the impenetrable fortress.
Oh. I'm so mad I'm not playing another character.
Okay, we won't need that service just yet. We have things to do, but wait for me here. I shall be doing very important general things. We should go.
Ask him how to turn off the
Lit.
Mythalar.
Lich
What's the worst that
Finks.
happens?
All right, well, I'm just gonna grab the money now and not fuck with anything else.
You don't. Okay. All right. You
Are
want
you
to try
trying to
some?
grab the skulls?
Oh, I thought there was like gems and shit places.
Oh, gems. Yes. Okay. Yes. Sorry, I misheard
Yeah.
you.
No,
Yes.
no, I'm not touching the fucking thing.
All right. I will send you a list of your jewels.
Hopefully, they went back to sleep.
The lights sort of very slowly dim as each of them slowly stops listening to you. Kind of have like an Alexa will like listen to you for too long.
Hell, do you think was the point of that?
I. Th-
Join you to the palace of what? The impenetrable palace, right? Wasn't that it?
That's the Lich
Fortress.
Machine.
I mean, maybe this is what we break. If I had my mining pick, I would just start swinging, but no, Doug. His computer shut off. He's don't go far, Eggs, because I might need you to run away if this goes badly. Is there like a? I mean, there's a desk. Is there a chair? Like, can I? Is there something I can pick up to swing at these skulls? I don't want to try to do it with my puny little kobold hands, but
Oh shit!
some sort of
coming in
blunt
with the
object.
folding chair.
You would like to improvise weapon a chair into these skulls, right?
Basically, yes.
Okay. I think that I'm still going to require a strength attack for this, but it's a skull that isn't moving, so don't miss.
I mean,
I know.
I'm not proficient, and I am a 2-foot tall kobold. So,
I know.
nah, you know what? I will spend an inspiration.
Okay.
Because why the hell not? Okay, that's about where it stops.
Yeah, that'll be enough. Just the weight of something. It is a very old and while enchanted, not warded skull. So it shatters. And when you get within proximity, like the ones nearby do start to glow. And then as one of them shatters, their lights sort of uh, all of their lights turn on, nothing else happens.
You think that did anything out there?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I know where we're at.
I just shattered a chair against one of the skulls.
Did they like crack or anything?
Yep. I apparently broke one of them.
Yep.
How many are they?
There is like 15 of them.
All right, 14 more should do the trick.
Okay, but with the we're gonna need more stuff to hit him with. Wait, what am I talking about? I have a gun with unlimited bullets.
Is there only one chair in this entire place?
A chair is certainly not the easiest way that the monk can handle crushing skeletons.
Hold on, just back up. Go in the hallway. I'm gonna start shooting.
Just put it like aligned with all of them at once and pull the trigger once. That's all you need.
Wow.
That's so funny.
Okay, that's so fucking good though.
Collateral 14 of them.
Taking into account the safety of your teammates while you shoot things, you've changed.
Hold still, Lynx. I need something to rest the gun on.
Oh, she said that as she's walking out.
See if anything is changing while I do this.
Okay.
Blam! Blam!
I'm immediately levitating and beginning to get up there. Because I just hear a bunch of fucking gunshots. Immediately Hayes is down. You're like, ah, fuck. Running, levitate, levitate, levitate.
As soon as you show up. It's okay. Torik's killing my army of the undead.
Okay, I'm in. Land on the upper thing next to you. You don't seem rushed.
Well, I mean, they're not moving very fast.
And you just left him there?
He has the gun. What, you want me to touch it?
Hey, did anything change? I shot him.
Oh, right. I was supposed to be watching.
Do I need to roll that?
No.
Okay.
While each of these things is a magical creature, the only thing that they have is verbal components.
Oh, I'm up here fucking now.
All right, I busted up a bunch of skulls. What's it look like out there?
Turn around.
Yeah.
No change.
I was gonna say,
nothing.
literally nothing has changed. Remember that time
Well,
that we
not
found
nothing has
essentially?
changed.
Remember that
Smashed
time we
it and
found what is essentially the speakers for the compendium, and we started breaking those?
Well, I'm up here now. Do you need me to carry anything?
I don't know. There's a bunch of other rooms up here. Hey, do you have any rope? We could
Yeah.
we could tie a rope, and other people could come up if they want.
Do you got a sorry, that was a rude question.
I got nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does hurt a little bit.
I don't think I have anything to tie the rope to. And also, we're really, really far up in the air.
Okay, well,
Like really
we gotta.
far.
There's a couple like common rooms back there. I don't expect there's anything interesting, but they're worth checking out while we got 2 hours.
Yeah.
And there's another. What was the fourth room, Max?
Two dens, a den, a conference room, a private room, and the treasury.
And I'm sorry, we are in the treasury currently.
Mhm.
Or are we in the private room because his books were here?
Treasury.
Ooh, private room.
Inks, I think we may have just broken the safety deposit boxes. Yep. Good call, Inks. All right, let's. There's a private room over here. Let's go check that out.
I guess I'm with this team now. Heart rate has not decelerated fully yet.
What? Those shots were so regular. You should have known that nothing was wrong. Like,
hold on. Yeah, when you shoot once, that's one thing. When you continue to shoot, that's literally a signal. You've told us before. If anything went wrong, you'll hear me. You said, I'll be shooting. You said.
well, yeah, but I didn't tell you that this time. Anyway,
Right, but okay.
check out the private room.
You see, in the private room, this room is definitely outfitted to be like a bed chamber, but it does not appear as if it has been in use at all. There is inches of dust upon everything. The curtained bed probably should be mildewy, but you don't smell anything moldering in here. And there is in this room an ivory harp that is inlaid with some crystals. There is a mounted dire boar head on one of the walls as well, whose mouth is filled with like a taxidermied not a taxidermy, many taxidermied like black swirling tentacles that sort of are sprouting from the mouth of it and from its throat,
Okay.
sort of suspended in time, sprouting from it.
How big is the harp?
Harp sized.
Hazel, get the harp.
Okay, I'll get the harp after we decide. Do we just want to sack this place? Flip the bed,
Yeah, I mean,
bang the floorboards.
it's gonna get all wrecked anyway. We should get what we can out of it. Find what we
Okay.
can. I'm still,
Torque,
I'm
you-
still hoping for some sort of information, something
Torque,
useful
you
up
keep
here.
a good lookout. We'll just trash the shit out of it.
Or I can help you actually look. Look out for what? Like 15 shots just went off, and there's nothing up here.
No, I mean just for anything that might like fly over Inks' shoulder as she's, I don't know, clawing at some, like just pointing
Start
generally like
looking
a pillow.
around.
Going absolutely feral.
Okay, I'll lift the bed up, Inks. You get under there.
She dives into it.
Okay, well, I guess you could just dig from the middle down. That's fine. It's gonna smell like shit.
Roll me an investigation check.
Ah, fuck. Why am I doing all of these guys?
I
You're
mean,
excited. You want to go look for treasure.
Torek is also looking around. He did just say,
Yes.
"What are you doing? Just
I'm
look
assi-
around,
I'm
everybody."
assisting Torek.
Yeah, both
I
of you.
think-
Both of you.
Yeah, that's about right.
I'll take that.
Okay. Inks, you don't find anything in the bed.
You've dug all the way through.
Except
She-
for dust.
Erupts through the mattress.
A different spot. You like dig down in one spot, dig up by like
Yeah.
the headboard.
You know for a certainty that not only was that entire mattress filled with incredible goose feathers, but literally nothing else.
You just see her head pop out. Her arms are in the air, and then she opens her mouth and just a bunch of feathers.
Okay. Torek, you do find while looking through some of the private stuff, you don't find anything as incredible as the journals or but you do find 2 greater potions of healing in a set together here.
There you go, Hayes. I usually carry these.
Sorry,
the
what
fast-
was it?
2 greater potions of healing.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of
Okay.
want to pull that head down off the wall.
Let's
Do
do
you want
it.
me to? I'll hold you up.
I can run
kinda-
up walls.
Yeah, Inks
Yeah,
can
but
get it.
Torek wants to do it.
No, it's I didn't mean me specifically. I just
Okay,
feels
Torek,
like
me
it
and
should
you,
come
we
off
go
the
back
wall.
to the
It's weird.
door, and then Inks, you got this.
It's just like a
Okay.
head mounted on a wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
If
I'm going
it
to. Sorry, go
comes alive, don't get eaten.
ahead. Oh my God. You know I can't promise that. All right, she takes like the runner stance, and then
Mhm.
she like very swiftly runs up the wall, and very anime just kind of like jumps on the roof, and then pivots and jumps, and uses that momentum to just like come crashing down on the head.
As you are falling into it, you see that its glass eyes flare.
Damn it.
I will need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Maggie. Hey.
Okay, let me check my DC real quick.
Oh no.
I don't remember.
Hey, what's going on up there? Inks?
You can feel it.
Inks doing stunts.
my ink sense is tingling.
Why do I feel like I needed to jump just now? 16 is not a save.
Oh no. Come on, evasion.
The tentacles suddenly come
Oh, God damn
alive
it.
and lash out to you.
You are restrained. And will take, because you have evasion, you will take 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Just sigh, lean forward, like slash the tongues that are eating inks.
Oh, it's very important. This is technically a spell. Like, she's gonna have to get out of it, or dispelling
Yeah,
is going to
well.
have to occur.
Okay, just keep wiggling. You got this. I can. Oh, hold on. I'll help. I'll grab you by the arms. You wiggle your back half.
You
I
know,
get the
and-
help action to get you out of.
in retrospect, Torek does have a gun. Hindsight
Look,
being what it is.
We knew you would get eaten by the boar's head on the wall. We all knew
I-
it.
I will let you, because you have to start your turn in here before you get to take your action. I'll have you make another dexterity saving throw.
Maggie. Hey.
Oh, a 21 will save. Okay. Let's see.
You took far too long on that. I got nervous.
I'm
Okay.
like shuffling forward, arms out, and getting ready to like pull you off.
Okay, a creature starting its turn in the area already restrained by the tentacles takes the damage, which will be 4 to you, and you are able to break out with that save.
Cool.
Yep. And done.
Okay.
Gun!
Well,
Gun!
what an insane fucking thing to mount on your wall.
It's like its only purpose is to protect itself. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Unless it's a trap specifically for you.
Yeah, I don't get that either, but this is a magically corrupted city. All right, let's give the 2 common rooms a once over, and then let's go join
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
It's been a while.
Okay, so you're leaving the
Hopefully.
Hogshead.
It hasn't been a while. It's been like 20 minutes. I don't know how long you
Can-
guys thought you were
can I
looking at books
can
and
Shoot it?
skeletons.
Like, to end this, like,
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean,
Roll to hit and roll damage.
oh boy. It's gonna be embarrassing when I misfire trying to. Nope.
Okay, it's a hit.
Mm.
Oh, nat 1 on the concentration save. Okay, the tentacles retract. They still are within the mouth of the boar, but the spell effect has ended.
Okay.
Wait, what is that? That's in the mouth. Like,
What you're asking us?
I'm asking. I mean, yes, I'm asking everybody in the room, and that is the 2 of you.
You're the one who knows things. You think
All right.
Inks knows what it is? Inks tried to
Let me
chop
take
it
a
from the
look.
ceiling.
I'm the only one here who doesn't cast spells.
Inks spear kicked it.
Let me take a look.
I cast spells, but like,
Haza,
mm-hmm.
I need to take a look.
Okay, don't get too close.
Haza, it's more than 2 feet off the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay,
say
yeah,
that.
I get.
I don't think
Mirror.
that it was the opposite problem.
Yeah, we need to. Do you want to make a code word for this?
I mean, I'm not embarrassed. Just I
Like-
need you to pick me up.
Okay, hook a thumb.
Puppies.
In the future, you hook a thumb up, and it means you're good to go. I reach down to grab you. I'm just gonna hold you by the armpits, kind of.
Yeah, fine, whatever. Just
Yeah,
let me take a look at the damn thing.
or maybe by the haunches. Haunches good to handle hold.
Someone put this in AI. I want to see this picture.
Beautiful moment between
roll,
a changeling and her uncle.
Roll me an investigation check. What is your Dungeon Delver bullshit? One more time, please.
Oh boy,
Yeah, it does feel relevant.
is it useful? Then it's not in there. It's fine.
Okay, actually, you get advantage on this.
Hooray!
22.
Hooray! Okay. You can see that the mounting plaque that the boar is upon is actually hinged to the wall.
Ah, okay. We just gotta swing this open. I'll try to open it.
Sure. Roll me a sleight of hand.
Hey,
I'm actually proficient in that still.
you're welcome.
Turns out.
Mm,
I just can't roll for crap.
Whoa.
I will leave myself with 1 inspiration and try again. 25.
Holy shit. Okay, you are able to use some tools and the finer points of your claws to wedge under the uh, the hinge and pop this open. It would be really funny if I had like glued this. Now that I'm thinking about it, after all the conversation we had about solvent earlier, God, that would have been funny. You see a pack of scrolls, clearly magical scrolls, as well as a dagger with a like a green blade, and a helmet.
Hey, we might be able to save some of our stuff.
Holy shit, Livista's gonna be so thrilled.
Yeah, his teapot's even safer, and maybe we can
Oh.
get Godric his shield back out.
I meant the
Uh,
scrolls with the magic shit on them.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, he loves that stuff.
I will just grab
Not
it
as
all.
much as gold, but
Well, hold on. Before I just grab it all,
Mhm.
I will actually spend one of my 2 remaining spell slots to cast Detect Magic, just to make sure. Like, the objects you say look very magical, but,
Yes.
you know, just in case there's something else in there.
I think that there is magic here, but truth is, you guys are within the domain of the Lich and have walked past or gotten through the trap that is supposed to make this very dangerous to people that aren't him. So, as far as you can tell, only the items within are enchanted.
Okay. Yeah, I will just go ahead and grab everything. All right. If we want to do a quick run of the other 2 rooms while I've got this up.
yeah.
Actually, I'm going to swing back through the treasure room real quick. I don't know why I didn't think to do this. Clearly, I am still recovering from being dead.
Well, your chest is
Yeah,
looks
it's
better.
still oozing. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
You're headed back to the treasure room, you said?
Yeah, just while I have Detect Magic
The
up.
magic sweep.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. In that room, I don't think that you pick up on anything um, as valuable as what you have found.
Got it.
Yep. You find some minor things, but nothing that kind of feels less than the quasi magic items that you would expect to be here.
But yeah, most of this stuff is gonna break when Ulrith does. So let's just give the other 2 rooms a quick. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just listing like animated pens and refilling ink, like things like that are available, but again, it'll all just die when the Mythalar does too.
Oh, lame.
Yeah, we can give those other 2 rooms a quick scan, but I'm not expecting anything out of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Zoom.
Team, go fast!
The other 2 rooms, the den and the war room, I suppose is the more appropriate term, sort of tell some stories to you. The den has 4 chairs within it. Each one appears to have been chosen pretty specifically, as none of them match each other. There is like a very comfortable chase that is filled with that had at one point like blankets and pillows that have been either knocked apart or have started to rot. There is a very like elegant and comfortable like stuffed armchair, and then there is also a desk that is sit akimbo to to another like working chair that doesn't necessarily tout the lavishness of much of the rest of this building actually. And then finally in one corner there is a high backed like throne that is gilt and glimmers in the green flame light from below, and sort of sits within darkness on its own. um, the other room, the war room, uh, has upon the table a spiraling image just carved into its surface. You can find in that room some documents that seem to be kept organized, bound, tied together in an organization that you do not recognize. But some of these things are documents that look like they have even sort of recently been gone through, as some of them hold less dust than others, and some of them have been left out on the table.
Getting fucking tired of this spiral everywhere. I mean, I'll grab the papers, put them with the books from earlier.
Okay.
I mean, I'll pour over them just a little bit first, make sure there's nothing super critical.
I think that you can see that there is some of this literature that is distinctly written in Abyssal versus the Netherese.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can't read that. We can get that back to. Oh God, I'm about to be terrible. Just do you think Mel speaks Infernal? Mel speaks Infernal, not Abyssal.
I believe she actually speaks Abyssal too.
Speak
I think
Abyssal
that
too.
came up last.
Oh
last
hell
week.
yeah! I was right. I do remember correctly. I'm not just.
Here, give me the stuff. You gather up all the paper.
Yeah, here. Honestly, it's a shame we can't get that thrown out. Like that's an artifact in its own right. It's not magic.
Yeah, we
but,
do. I didn't snag the. I do need to stop and get the harp, I guess.
Yeah.
It wasn't magical, right? It's just a harp.
Right.
No magic that I saw. Yeah. Hey, can you do me a favor? Once we've packed all these these papers first, can you like cut through this table? Even just fuck up the surface. I just fuck this spiral. Fuck these stars, dude. Cultists.
You want me to cut this table?
Yeah.
Okay. Gather up all the papers. I got this. No shields. I'll two-hand this shit.
As Haza raises her weapon, Inks runs in and does like the karate, like breaking a bunch of boards, but with like a little jump.
Haza, you're just driving your blade into this?
Yeah, I'm doing a two-hand chop.
Oh, sweet. You put it between you lace your two hands over the over each other and draw it up to plunge it downwards. And as you do, you see your own reflection in the blade glimmer in excitement, and the entire sword erupts into orange flame right upon impact and consumes the table.
Yeah, as like the cleave goes through, Haza's like eyes almost literally light up, and she's like bouncing on her feet like giddy. That was good. That was really good.
Yeah.
Don't know what it was, but I loved it.
That is definitely what I asked for, and not
That's
at
right.
all concerning. Let's
Fuck
get the
this
fuck
table.
out of here.
Fuck that table. I like kick a piece of it.
You hear a laugh.
Look, Will loves it fucking too. I need to two-hand this shit more often.
All right, let's rejoin everybody. Mel can look over these papers. We can
Inks
see
grab
where
the heart.
we're at.
Yep.
Yeah, when we get out, I'll levitate me and Torque back to the ground because Inks can run, right?
Yeah.
Watching Inks run with a harp in hands down the wall is terrifying.
Freaking. Hey everyone, we found some papers and I think a book, but I wasn't there for that part. Also, Torque shot a bunch of shit on a wall, and also there's a bunch of spell scrolls and a magic dagger and a magic helmet. And I fucked up a table so hard as we're like landing.
And nobody got eaten.
Inks got eaten by a boar's head on a wall.
I did not go anywhere near the mouth.
You
There were
spear kicked it from the
tentacles.
ceiling. You did a whole routine about it.
There were tentacles. I was wrapped in them. It's not the same as getting swallowed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, how are things going down here? I'm not sure. There were a bunch of skulls on a wall that reacted when we got near them, and they said they. What did they say they did, Inks?
Wait, what was it?
The skulls.
Oh yeah, no, they like transferred souls and shit.
Yeah, they could bind your
Okay.
soul to the what did they call it? Something palace. Not everlasting.
Of light?
No,
Or-
no. This was different. What did they call it, Inks?
Max, what do they call it?
I believe the term that they used was Undying Fortress.
That's the one.
Ah,
Yeah, Undying Fortress. They're broken now because that just didn't sound like anything good to me.
Yeah, that was all the shooting.
Surprised you all could hear that. It was down a hallway, up a third story.
It's very loud.
It's the loudest
ex-
fucking thing.
It's
I
not
know
the
of.
loudest fucking thing. Come on.
but hey, Torque asked me to leave, so growth.
Right.
Gods, maybe don't put that thing on my shoulder next time to sight it in. My ear is still ringing.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to Nick and Knack about getting a very localized silent spell.
Just shove a bunch of cloth in it.
Yeah, that would stop it from working, so I'm not going to do
Mm.
that.
What if
Hey,
we like
Elgius,
cover
I
the
got
end
these.
of it with?
I found these scrolls in sort of a hidden
Oh,
safe. I don't know what's on them.
Also a
hey,
helmet and a spooky
yeah.
dagger.
I was getting there, Peza. I was getting there.
I'm sorry, I'm excited. You did find them.
It's not even. Anyway. He just awkwardly hands over the helmet and the dagger. Helmet and the dagger. Also, Mel, I found some papers, and I'm pretty sure they're in one of those demonic languages you speak. Everything else up there is in Netherese, so these kind of stand out, and I could get a gist of some of that stuff. But like, you want to give these a look?
Yeah, Mel will open open one of the books and see that it's abyssal and say, "This is an abyssal."
Yeah.
Torek.
Sure. I don't speak that.
Tieflings usually it's infernal. It's not the same thing. Abyssal's the I'm fucking with you. I know abyssal.
he's just staring unblinking at Mel.
Godson, you say I don't have the sense of humor. All right, what does it say, DM?
The abyssal that you find is contracts, actually. You are reading over demonic contracts that are the binding of Yavist to the service of the Mythalar and Ularith, with Vrake Faxon's signature being confirming her alliance. Why don't you roll me a? I will let you. You can make an argument for any sort of intelligence check you'd like to try to determine some of the finer details of this contract.
If Mel is reading aloud, can I assist?
I would like to probably go from the angle of uh, like more of a like I guess the religious significance of it, I guess, and her like what this contract means for her service, like whether it means like she can't do harm to him or like et cetera, if it can be dispelled, things like that.
Yes. Okay.
21. Fuck, I keep on forgetting to roll guidance. God damn it. All right. 21's good enough.
A 21, I think, is going to give you everything that can be known here, which is that she had been summoned by Vrake during his effectively the influence that Tharizdun began to feed into him influenced the decisions he made. Go figure. One of those was summoning a demon who can help him make a phylactery out of a non-phylactery material. And so Yavist exists to convey that information and to be part of the ritual, because it is the case that eternal beings must be present to help in this ritual. Part of what is being done is so big that it requires a lot of nigh unkillable participants to potentially withstand the
All that
the
it
ritual.
takes.
Yeah, exactly.
Itself.
Yeah. And so her presence after the attachment of his soul is to preserve that connection. Namely, and you can intuit this with your religion check, that she is only here to preserve. If you want to try to make a check that could determine the answer the question it sounds like being asked is if killing Yavist does break the bonded circle, and I will allow for an Arcana check. The DC will be kind of high. This is experimental magic as far as anyone is concerned.
And I am going to cast guidance.
Yes.
I know guidance. Or don't.
Oh my god.
Well,
no.
well done.
I didn't clear 25. It's probably
Oh no.
25.
Um,
Uh,
Who all's making checks on this? Is it just Mel and Torek?
Everyone can at this point. You're all together enough.
All right. Well, I will. Well, actually, did that even for that? Yeah. Um, oh,
Hey.
Damn.
Whoa.
Olvius, as you've been listening, you obviously have pieces missing. You only have the contract Mel's reading out loud, but you have a suspicion that if it were the case that these souls, to whatever degree they exist, are bound in this fraternity, that is what has corrupted the Mythalar, it would be necessary to kill everybody who is within that circle in order to break that bond.
Hmm.
But the act has already been done. The bond has already been made. He's already a lich, and so it would killing everyone else may be useful. It is not the promise that this suddenly is not a phylactery, you know?
gotcha.
Oh, it's the
Yeah,
contract for
it's
how the lieutenants were giving him the
this
abilities,
thing.
right?
Yeah,
Well,
Mhm.
yeah,
it sounds.
yeah.
I mean, from what I've been able to glean, it sounds like this contract and the bond that these lieutenants had were really the ladder that Drake used to climb to lichdom. But once he became a lich, that function has already been served, and removing those individuals won't undo that, and it won't undo the phylactery.
That was my suspicion as well.
Wait, and was the
Right.
dragon's name on that contract?
I will peruse for the dragon's name for our...
Okay. I will have you roll an investigation check for this.
It is, but strangely enough, it's written in what is clearly a dragon's handwriting in the margins.
In a crayon.
in a crayon. Investigation.
You can roll guidance if you'd like to.
Yes, that's right. And guidance.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you. Jesus. No, nothing that I can see.
Yeah, you see nothing of Meraxes the Glistening within the text. But you're also getting tired, so. Also,
He
it's a
might have just
draconic
been an
name in
interloper.
Abyssal, hard to translate.
Well, I guess these are good to have. You know, demons in their contracts. How are we doing on time?
With about half an hour remaining until Athena's rituals are complete, you've been listening to what sounds like the snapping of wood and occasionally bone as she is physically unmaking these magical items. And in this room that has been so suffused with magic and still currently is, you are literally watching the magical blood of the items that she has seep to the floor and on her, like into her lap.
This seems like an appropriate time to interject. At some point while this is going on, Ulvius would like to ritually cast Identify on the dagger and the helmet.
Yes.
To try and determine whether or not we want to make a last-minute substitution.
Yes, excellent. The helm is a helm of force resistance. It is simply a heavy metal piece of armor that grants you force resistance. You do not need to be attuned to it. You just have to be able to wear heavy armor.
Oh.
The dagger is a lucky dagger, and I will put that in chat for you. It is not a luck blade, but the similarities are are visible even as you're holding it in your hand, Olvius. You have an eye for these kinds of things, and for a minute you do a double take because you do think for a second in your hands is a tiny luck blade.
Obvious.
Yeah.
She will pull out the what's it called? Hourglass. Can you tell me if this is useful or if it's just pretty?
Sure. I'll take a look at that.
It is a mundane hourglass that is filled with beautiful crystalline sand that glitters no matter how you turn it, but it is unmagical. I
Nice.
guess
Mine.
probably quasi magic. It flips on its own. It keeps time on its own, but it will be mundane in the next hour.
Okay, what do we got,
Aw,
Olvius?
but will it be sparkly?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We save the shield.
This helmet has some magical properties make it a little bit more difficult for anything dealing particularly forceful damage to injure you. Yeah, this blade's not magical.
Well, I mean, I
Except
know it's
Torg saw
magical.
it.
No, I mean it's not anything magic. The magic isn't strong enough to be useful to substitute for anything that's in the pile of it.
Uh-huh. Okay, so if we ask later what it does, are you going to tell us it's not magical?
It
I
just
mean,
gives
all of
a-
the magic items are already destroyed, aren't they? Like,
She's
we're
He's in the process of destroying them.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought we were an hour and a half into the 2 hours. Are we only
You-
30 minutes into the first hour?
You are right, but I'm being flexible in the event that
Okay.
you want to
Let's get
make a
your
last minute
animated
sub.
shield back.
Oh, okay.
Save
Yep.
your
Tuck
shield.
the helmet in, get your shield.
You can use this to get a second shot at an attack.
Oh. Okay.
Is that helmet uncommon or common?
The helmet is actually rare.
I would love to swap that helmet for my animated shield.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, and your the scrolls that you guys have. Let me get those in chat for you. My bad.
I'm sure everyone wants the dagger, but it technically counts as a monk weapon for me.
Well, you'll have to pry it from Olvius's Olvius's tiny little grip.
His grip is just as
Also,
large
a
as
luck
mine.
blade has the opportunity, or sorry, not this lucky dagger has the opportunity to maybe negate a misfire for potentially. Anyone can obviously make use of an extra
everybody-
inspiration.
This is a universal one. We can discuss it later.
As everyone watches it slide up Ulvius's sleeve.
Yeah, look, we know it's there. Just this once, we've got him dead to rights.
I think
It's rare.
even though there has been the occasional shady exchange with Ulvius, this is one of the few instances that Ulvius has been a little bit bolder with a form of deception to you all.
Yeah, to be fair, this is also why Haza is pretty sure Ulvius has just been snagging lots of coins, especially because Ulvius showed me a little bit of the methodology for how you case the right stuff when we were looting
Absolutely.
the I haven't said anything about it. I've let it because I mean, you gotta respect the hustle.
Oh, speaking of, I don't think I got it for you guys yet, but I did remember to make it visible to you all. That's your guys'
Oh
collection.
fuck yeah.
Holy shit.
We did good.
No,
We
you did good.
good.
You guys told me you did good. Like that's the
Yeah.
thing you guys set to work to do. So
Oh,
that's your haul.
Ulvius, this is huge for us.
Oh yeah, it's not my first rodeo.
Okay, so give me how quickly after the ritual ends is everything gonna go to shit?
Why would I know that?
Nobody knows.
Okay, so
no one
when
has
should
any
I?
clue.
I'm making this
Okay,
up. I don't.
when
I've never seen magic bleed like this. And she
everyone
just
else,
holds of staff up as it
everyone
leaks
else,
blue energy.
everyone else besides her, when should I start casting the spell?
When she's almost done with the ritual.
Okay,
You
you'll
just
have to
stop
be more
asking me
specific.
magic questions.
It
None
will
of us
take
know.
me-
Just
None of us know.
It'll
when you
take me a
see the
minute.
giant glowing skeleton disappear.
Okay, so when you got a minute left, then I'll start. Maybe-
I mean, I think if it were me, I'd probably wait until the city starts flipping or inverting or falling or whatever it's going to do. Simply because if you start casting the spell beforehand and then it does something, then the teleport spell's gone and we're all screwed. Right? If on the other hand, we save all of our resources for trying to survive whatever happens when this city inverts or flips or falls or whatever it's going to do, at least then we've got a shot at surviving that process and then finding a stable place to teleport from.
Okay, yes. It will take me a minute to put down after, but I agree that makes more sense.
I mean, I am a little worried.
And Elpheus just
considering
killed
we-
us all.
Yeah, I was gonna say I am a little worried. We did use a lot of flying and levitating to explore just now, and I certainly don't have anything that would save me.
Yeah, I didn't use like anything to do with that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can make, let's see, 1, 2, 3 of you fly for 10 minutes.
Like fly or that?
Fly. I make myself float float up or down. That's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Okay.
that one I asked the wind. This other one I just use the magic parts of my brain. So I can set that up for when it's almost over. I can give all of us fly. Well, some of you fly. Who are our targets for that? Because you'll be carrying other people if
I mean, I
everything
think
flips.
Somebody carries me, somebody carries Torek. Inks,
Pakareva.
Do you even need to be carried?
I can run just as fast as people fly.
Yeah.
But what if everything flips over upside down? Can you
I'm-
run on air?
I'm a pretty good jumper.
Okay.
I don't have anything. I would like
I'd like to be able to
airborne.
fly.
Okay, so
You have your shoes, don't you?
No.
I
Okay,
just
so-
saw you do it.
They're temporary use and not that powerful. That ability actually has other uses beyond just a little bit of flight. That's kind of a minor part of it, honestly.
Godric doesn't want to scuff his Jordans.
okay.
They're fake anyways.
The other thing is the flying might
Crease your J's, Godric.
Okay, I can also hold on, maybe
Look, we're all just going to be doing our best here.
Okay.
And by all of us, I mostly mean people who are actually saving our asses. I will try not to shoot anybody.
Right. Okay, so everybody pick your buddy. I'm also gonna drink a potion and then cast it on myself so I can cast it a bit better, and then I can also fly. Because it occurs to me floating directionally somewhat slowly isn't gonna cut it in a dynamic situation. So unless you want to tie a rope to me and drag me along, gonna need to modify the approach.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, that's not actually a bad idea. I
Okay,
don't
the
think I
whole
could
we'll see
carry
what
you, but if you're weightless and I could drag you around, I
I
could.
mean, I'm not
do
really
that.
weightless, just
You're
like
floating. It's
floating.
like you're in water.
kind
yeah.
of. I don't really want to test it now.
Anti-gravity.
Do you want to test it in this situation?
Yeah. look, I know we might have more things that we want to protect than have the ability to fly or be carried by flying, and I don't know that this is really gonna be successful or helpful, but I also know it really can't hurt, and I will ritually cast Tensor's floating disc, so whoever's carrying me, like, I've got a floating disc
Yeah.
that's right behind me, and we'll see what happens when she gets inverted or falls or whatever the fuck happens, but
Wants to tie themselves to the disc.
right, Max, I'll let you figure that out. Congratulations. You're welcome.
I have a pretty good
mean,
idea of how all of this will shake out
it
so
stays-
far.
It stays upright, right? So if you spin it
Yeah.
upside down, it's just gonna right itself.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a
gonna
weeble wobble.
tabletop whoever's on it, because whoever's on it is gonna be suddenly down. I guess unless it rolls. I don't fucking know. That hurts my head.
I'm assuming it rolls with me, but who the fuck knows? That's Max's problem now. Unless, of course, nobody
Okay.
gets on it, in which case it doesn't make a difference. Or nothing gets on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna chug a potion. I'm going to cast Fly. We'll have approximately 10.5 or 9.5 minutes to use it while everything goes to shit, so of course it's gonna take 11 minutes for everything to go to shit. But if nothing goes to shit, then I'm immediately going to cast. I'm gonna start drawing shit on the floor. Is what's gonna happen.
Sure.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Okay.
Who are you casting Fly on?
Myself, Pakareva, Godric, and Mel.
Wow, I think this is the first time I've ever been targeted by fly. Hell yeah.
Ifina, do you mind if I I know you're in the middle of the ritual, but I'm gonna grab onto you just so that if everything gets really weird, you don't go tumbling, okay?
Her focus breaks briefly as she makes mournful eye contact with you, and she says, "You're not gonna let me die?"
No, what? No.
What?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah. There's just not a lot of hard to hear everything going on and a
Yeah,
lot
you're
happening.
good. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got a floating disc.
I'll sit down behind her and just slowly basically put arms around her so that if shit goes bad, I immediately have a handhold.
Okay. Excellent. You
I'll sit
feel
too.
you feel some of this raw magic that she is literally working with her hands dripping on you, and it reminds you a lot of what it feels like to have blood spilling on you. It feels gross.
Mm-hmm.
But she's sort of like wending it through her fingers, and like it almost looked like she is spinning it into thread just between her fingers. I don't know if you've ever seen somebody make like twine with their hands.
Mm-hmm.
But just gently twisting until she's created fibers, which she's like binding around her hands and fingers and up to her elbows. And as she's sort of working with this material, she says that she should be ready to undo the Mythalar now, but that will take the time. And she will begin that process. In that preceding hour, after she has destroyed those magical artifacts you've given her, and as she approaches the Mythalar and begins to sort of delicately pick out of the air points of power that she is then melting between her wrapped fingers, and bits of that blue energy are melting away as she slowly does this work. The kobolds don't show up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as the time begins to wind through, you've all reconvened, you are all together, you are close enough together to prepare for whatever may happen. The orb of the Mythalar has begun to shake, and each little particle of it that Athena either destroys or undoes. It is hard to understand maybe what is physically happening, but it quakes more and more until it is obvious that it will come undone, and the whole building is beginning to quake under you. The walls are shaking, you hear rattling within the ceiling, and it is beginning to be hard to find your footing. You also begin to feel as you're walking, it is harder and harder to put your feet down on the ground under you, and you feel your stomach starting to pull more dramatically upwards inside of you. Um, uh, the
I
gravity
tell
is getting severely fucked with.
I drink the potion of upcast because it doesn't have it's just the next spell that it's cast. But I'll tell everybody else
Mhm.
to gather around
Mhm.
because they need to be touching me to cast this. Everybody's got to get danger close.
All right, you get close enough so that when time comes, you cast the spell. Yeah.
Yes, the second the magic is clearly done and like everything escalates to being more catastrophic, then fly
Mhm.
goes off on the recipient.
In the final moments of this historic object in its last remaining physical form, the entire building you are within is shaking as if it is within an earthquake, but the orb itself is rattling as if it is trying to shift between planes. The spirits that make up the barrier around the Mythalar are now shrieking audibly. And you can see that parts of its entity have been entirely consumed. You can see that parts of its form have been released in gaping holes within its body where pieces ought to have been but have already been undone. And with the last fibers of her self-made spellfall, uh, Athena pulls the last bit of material holding the glass together, and almost as if it has been struck with a hammer, its surface shatters like glass and then explodes. The You are immediately blinded, every single one of you. But touching Haza, you can cast the spell.
Mhm. Yeah, that would be the second
Mhm.
there's an explosion, spell goes off.
Mm-hmm. And all of you feel the force of being blown backwards. Um, and each of you feel the impact of striking a wall separately. I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws. You will be at advantage since you are flying. And we are going to be moving in an uncomfortable 3D space very briefly. Your flight is going to grant you advantages on these dex saves.
Miggy.
Choose to
Yeah,
Oh,
so
shit,
we'll
that
roll
was a-
mine first, and
was that a-
then Inks's.
Okay.
succeed.
Oh, no, it's the same.
Ha
Wow,
Okay.
really not a good start. But Daredevil armor.
Okay.
Inks,
The-
it's enough to hang on. You don't have to climb inside the toga.
I
Uh,
honestly thought you were gonna say inside me.
I also have Athena like wrapped up in my arms, so
Yes.
yeah.
I actually
It's
do
not
need to
gonna be
make her
fun.
save too. Oh, nat 20. She deserves that.
Well, yeah. I guess I'm taking most of the hit on this one. At least this
Yeah,
first
your
one.
your body is under hers
Uh-huh.
for the impact. Those who have saved will take 31 points of bludgeoning damage, non-magical. And then those who have saved will take half of the 31, so it's 15. And those who have failed will take the full 31.
Some of us will take none.
what's the
Hey.
save?
Oh, I didn't tell you. Sorry. I did the math in my head. Ulvius and Haza have failed.
Okay, so this is going to complicate things because the fly spell is on Pakareva, and it doesn't
Mhm.
matter. She's just going to poof.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just
no.
falling at this point.
Oh shit.
Yes,
Good
that
to know.
depends on where everyone fell at.
Well,
okay.
We're not done falling.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's clarify a couple things, right? Just
Mhm.
so it sounds like Godric, you're carrying inks, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that means Mel's carrying May.
Mhm.
Okay, I just want to, and Hayes is
Does
carrying
it?
Athena,
Okay.
Mhm.
Mhm.
and Pekareva's gone, so Torek is falling,
Yep.
Yes.
and that's everybody.
Yes.
Great, thank you.
Is it like, is everything collapsing around us, or what's? Sorry.
So first, what has happened is the Mythalar has exploded.
Mhm.
That's the point we're at this point. Torek, you still have made the save even with the 22, so you will still only take the half damage, the 15. After making impact with the farthest wall, away from the Mythalar, and as you are all feeling within you whether or not you are going to be falling to the ground or to the ceiling, the entire building makes the decision for you. And you see above you the opposite wall of this chamber that slowly starts to turn up and over your heads as the building, the ground it is within, and the remainder of this city begins to drop at a catastrophic speed. You are all underground. There is an amount of security briefly in that understanding, but in seconds you can recognize flying in midair as the walls around you come careening to you. I am going to need a second batch of dexterity saving throws. Once again, if you are flying, there is advantage.
Do I have
Man,
any
we should have really
opportunity to
done
cast
this
a spell?
outside.
Say again?
Do I have any opportunity to cast a spell?
Now would be the time. Now you can see.
Okay. And Mel's carrying May.
Mhm.
Correct.
Okay. I will cast.
Oh,
Oh, actually, I got one of those. I will cast Bless at second level. On Mel, Torek, myself, and Hazel.
okay. All right. Those of you, you four can add the D4 to your roll.
Yeah,
I
still
will
not
spend
good.
my last
If I
inspiration to
can
reroll this
cast a
save.
spell, I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep, done.
Ah, beans.
Mel, have you gotten yours out yet?
No, sorry.
Oh no, you're
I,
fine.
I was looking through spells and things to do.
I was worried that you rolled and you saw your number, but I wasn't seeing your number.
No. That's an 8.
It's
Plus
16. You're still flying.
bless. Oh, still flying and bless. D4?
Yes.
That's 19.
Okay. All right. I think that leaves. Haza, your total was a 15 or
Mhm.
14? Okay.
14.
All right. And Athena, once again. Okay. She also rolled well. Okay.
Wait, this is a dexterity save. Is evasion applying to this? It is a dex save.
think that there's. I don't know that evasion. Oh, evasion is going to have to be able to apply here. Yes, it
Yeah.
does. Yes, I had to think about the logistics of that, but I think it still will. it's still the case that it's an onslaught of rubble that is coming to you. So
Yeah.
it makes sense. So the only failure I have is Haza.
Did I fail? Didn't I fail?
Oh yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Why did I say
Um,
something?
Doug,
You
Doug,
also
you
have
shouldn't have
evasion, so
taken.
Yeah,
You should not.
evasion, I'm not too worried.
Okay. As the walls come rushing to you, there becomes no place to go. And the brief seconds with which you are able to brace yourselves and your friends are enough to literally save your lives as the walls and floor crash on top of all of you. You feel first the impact of something on top and in front of you, and then seconds later, the brutal force of being smothered between stones. And there is a crush and a rattling and everything goes dark as the eternal flames are doused, as the quasi magic items that kept this building in repair fault, as every living and unliving thing that is within Ularith is now unbound from the phylactery, from this location, and from the world itself. And it is so sickeningly quiet that each of you believes that there is no way that you could be breathing. I have rolled 70 points of damage for the crash.
70.
If you have saved, you take half.
You said
70.
that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna succeed on the concentration check on that one. I just don't. I don't see it.
Well, I mean, it sounds like we're all buried under rubble at this point anyway. So
Yeah. I'm glad I did armor back at this. It was a nice buffer on myself.
Half
As
of
it just
70 is
buckles
gonna
and
be 35.
crushes.
Yes.
Are we doing that?
Yep.
Sorry. 6.
How's Athena doing underneath me? Because I imagine I probably rolled and just took the fucking hit on my back.
She fortunately saved very well both times, but
Mhm.
she is practically unconscious in your
Mhm.
arms. You realize as each of you begins to blink through dust and your own eyelids that the sound of this place collapsing felt like it took ages. And you fear the possibility of death until you hear your own breathing against the stone and rubble on top of you. Torek, while you're here, in the sort of the word in that emptiness that now almost it beats too familiar, given that you have been in that quiet just earlier today, but you once again hear the helpless and speeding sounds of clawed feet over stone and the heavy panting of agonized breath, and it fades away from you again very quickly as you regain consciousness. You are all buried. What would you do?
First, make sure Athena is secured. Like, or alive, I should say.
Yeah,
I
how's
can hear
Olvius
breathing.
doing?
I've seen better days. How are you doing, Belle?
Alive. Unfortunately.
How, like, are we being crushed? Are we being suffocated? Can we see each other?
No active suffocation at this moment. None of you can see each other except whoever you may be clinging to. In fact, I don't think you can see anything, but you have them with you and you know if someone is breathing or not.
I'm gonna cast light on my tea diffuser.
All right.
Try and
That
get
will.
a little sight going.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
cast a light on something also on my shield.
Cast
Alright.
it on my hat.
All of
I-
you are restrained under stone, so you can see what is immediately in front of you, which is rocks and rubble and your friends, or sorry, your friend, but you cannot see each other separately.
What is the
Flat.
ground under us?
Presumably the walls, but maybe the ceiling. It is hard to tell.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant like material. So it's stone.
Oh. Yes.
I'll put my
Uh,
helmet on so I can see shit in here. Actually, gonna spit and make sure up is up.
You spit and feel it just sort of fall back into your throat.
Fuck. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'll try yelling for everyone. Anybody there?
You can all hear her.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
yeah,
Let's try and get this stone off of us.
yeah, Mel. I'm gonna try and dig a little hole out of here.
Yeah,
I'll
good
use
idea.
mold earth to
Yep.
try and find a way out.
All right.
I'm gonna feed Athena a healing potion with the limited amount of mobility.
Sure. Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Yeah, just because if she's nearly unconscious, she might just be stunned. I need her to be able to move.
Okay. Yep. I think that's exactly what will get her to that point. With Mold Earth, the two of you, particularly Torek, who's very familiar with this sort of thing, eventually you can cut through to what feels like open air. But it takes several minutes, several minutes. And it's dark.
Man.
I don't have any tools of any kind, but can I like grab my shield and try to like? Can I start like digging by hand? Like,
You can. I will
edge of the shield.
require an athletics check for that.
I'm next to him. I can help.
Sure. Yeah, if you've got the skill.
I sure do. For
Yeah,
no-
fuck yeah. Both of you can
until
dig by hand.
today, apparently.
I so do I have advantage then?
Yes.
Does that negate my being restrained disadvantage?
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Godric, a halo illuminated bursts out of the earth with eggs following.
Stuck with Athena and also not knowing if trying to dig will cause something to collapse, I'm going to just with the pommel of the sword start tapping.
Okay. Trying to make a noise to get people over
just
you.
making a consistent noise. Because I
Okay.
can probably hear shit going on around me. No
Hmm.
other people are doing better stuff than me.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll check on Mel to make sure I've made the passage wide enough for Mel to get out as well. And then if I hear the tapping from Haza, I'll start trying to mold earth him and Athena out as well.
Yeah.
And I'll call Torek over so that it goes quicker than if I were just doing it myself. And he's the expert.
Perfect.
So
With your magics and your strength, the two of you can free Haza and Athena as well. It probably has taken a minimum of half an hour for everybody, and you are all exhausted naturally. Many of you are feeling the ache of broken bones.
Athena, you good?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. I did most of the falling for us.
Thank you
Mm-hmm.
for that. I'm not meant to do those kinds of tricks. She vomits.
Yeah, get it out. Pat on the back. Get it all out.
Cup of tea? Cup of tea?
Yeah, one
Yeah.
for the quick and then none for the road.
We'll have to take turns. I don't have enough cups for everybody, but it seems like
Okay,
a good
her
opportunity
she,
to have a
she
cup
needs
of
it
tea.
first.
Or tea.
Okay, everyone.
Has no magic or healing properties whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
tea.
Just tea.
I do my shot of tea.
I am gonna go. Well, maybe it's late for me to get more iced tea. I don't have to work tomorrow.
Maggie, it's 10 p.m. I think it might be too late for you to have iced tea.
Yeah.
She's still
Torque,
going. I can see it.
Torque,
Hey,
can you
I'm
make
putting
me
my
a
glass away. I'm being responsible.
Okay.
I'd still do it.
Torque? Can you make me a like 10-foot circle that's roughly flat?
Do my best.
Best you can. I just need to be able to lay down chalk on it.
I will do my best. I will also do my best. I'm gonna try to make my way up. See what the hell I can find.
You actually don't have to do a lot of going up. You guys are through some rubble, and I'll tell you what you are kind of looking at now. It's definitely the bottom of a city, in that you can see there is hunks of earth that have been placed as brickwork in a fashion to be soil and stone and everything that would be required to grow things within this city is what you have tunneled through to get up. Now that you are on the flat side of the bottom of the city, you can see portals where very large, like probably 15, maybe 20 feet across, circles that appear to be openings into the underside of the city itself, are in various degrees of destroyed or damaged because of the fall, but paralleling them in the cavern's roof above you, you can see the holes, the glassy spires that the engines of Ulrith blast through to the desert above. There is no light coming through any of those holes up in the earth above you, maybe indicating that it is night outside. There is still around you the stretch of the cavern that you saw in the quote unquote sky of Ulrith when you were within it. You also can see distantly in the other destroyed layers of the city that have fallen as well. You guys were the furthest subterranean, therefore had the furthest to dig up through. But given time, you are seeing that some creatures, some things, are slowly, agonizingly making their way out of rubble at a distance. Very, very far away, very much not even aware or considerate of any of you guys, but definitely life. And poignantly, I think to Torek, I won't make you make any sort of check to notice this. You see the body of a very large white dragon eventually tunneling its way through the earth, and making its way on foot into this underground caverns, like beyond, like leaving these caverns that you are currently within.
Hey, Hey, Haza! I think we can just get
Yeah.
out this way.
Do you
Wait,
want to walk?
I sure don't. Hey,
But I mean, we can also look around for survivors,
Can we
for
take a breather first?
survivors. Torek.
hey, we survived. I just watched a dragon fly off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
and
really want to stick around for
y'all-
the demon that also
I know
probably survived. Please.
I know of some creatures that we met that I've learned are really, really good at digging through rock and stone. And I'll go to fist bump
Rock
quick.
and Stone?
Torek is quite a ways away at the moment, having tunneled up to the surface. But
Yeah.
we'll do the air fist bump.
Ulvius holds it and waits. That's how confident he is.
Normally I can't feel my ribs, but right now I can feel my ribs.
Yeah, I ain't walking. Also, again, we just learned that it was a great idea not freeing Yvist, and Yvist is now free, so we should probably make it snappy. Oh. Why didn't you just kill me? I'm hungry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Haza, put us somewhere nice and above ground.
Okay, I can
The one place we're
do.
going is decidedly not above ground.
Or not nice. God damn it. To go back to the
Uh,
Baxium Tower.
I don't
We have
know
to
if I
pass
just
the
got.
hags again.
I should have put my fucking helmet on before we got thrown around. I think I got hit because the symbols are starting to go weird in my head a little bit, but I think I can do it still. Is everyone got to be ready to go? We got to run. It's gonna make a portal, and then we're gonna run in it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, good to go. Here's that fist bump.
Gather
August.
around.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Give me a minute. Everybody, get the fuck out of here, cause get out of my circle, cause I gotta draw a whole bunch of shit from memory.
It's shockingly easy for you. You're trying to, like, you're concussed. You are having a hard time with your memory, but every time you put the chalk to the stone, you are tracing an image that you are practically seeing through your eyes.
Okay. I'm trying to hang on to the one I know for the moment. The Baxium Tower.
That's the one you want?
That's the one I want.
Okay. That is not the one you see. You're going to have to fight it if you're going to pull towards that. Just so you know.
I will try an initial fight then.
Okay. Why don't you make me a charisma check?
Ooh, nope.
Okay.
We're living in that world. I have enough wherewithal to go. We're going somewhere else, I think. And
Oh,
I go silent as I dig
thank
into the kind
Yurgle.
of furious with it.
Is it too late to offer you one of my inspirations?
Gods no, don't do it. Please. Don't help her. Don't help her. I don't want to be in the Underdark anymore.
I'm look, this is one where I want to lead a nat one on this feels significant, and so I'm just gonna lean into it. It feels like I was not supposed to succeed on this one. I know it's not good for us as a party.
Stuff.
I know. I'm so sorry. I can take us back there eventually. I didn't forget that one. It's just we're going somewhere else first.
To be fair, I gave it wasn't like a particularly high DC or whatever. You could have made it, but I agree with you. The nat one's a story.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
This is awesome.
Okay, I go into the zone. Like the last
Mhm.
30 seconds is like that, like, chalk flying as I'm like doing that. Like instead of where you're doing the like drawing, you're like holding it in a fist and just scrawling on the ground.
You don't see it, but everybody else does. That every impact of chalk to the stone is sparking lightning, and these little bolts of electricity are jumping from mark to mark to mark, and this spell is writing itself for you, um, uh, and it completes without a hitch. Are you ready?
I'm immediately like looking for everybody to go through. Even
Mel is
still,
on her
I'm
way.
planning to be last through.
I'll go first.
Right
Got
behind
one
you.
round for everybody to run through.
Following Mel.
Yeah.
Okay. As you all walk through the teleportation circle and begin to feel a pull, Zira, within the Fortress of Memories, you have been walking like a specter. You feel as if you are a ghost whose only purpose for perhaps 50, 60, 70 years has only been to haunt the people who have loved you. The frustrations that you find within yourself of compelling your own mind to find comfort within the menagerie of woe in a fortress of memories is one that has begun to weigh on your body. You have felt yourself die over and over and over again, and every one of those deaths has been a spectacle for someone else's horror. In your time as a dutiful servant to the Raven Queen, the menagerie of woe has grown exceptionally with your skill. And one day, while wandering the shelves looking for an empty place where you could place a small statuette, a figurine of a very recent incursion to the material plane, in the empty place, Zira, you find a folded scrap of paper.
She'll pick it up.
It's blank as far as you can see, but you begin to blink through what maybe is an illusion. Do you have any means of I know you haven't seen that character sheet in a minute, but do you
I'm about
recall?
to. I hope you know that I'm launching K-Hunt right now. Oh shit! I don't have access. Oh no, cause oh damn.
I was about to say you're gonna see a message from me in the chat. Don't worry about that.
So it is the case that Zero would like to try to uncover this
Yes.
note. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You hold it on your person for days, perhaps, before you finally have an opportunity, perhaps on the material plane, to be near for the first time fire. And being warmed by the flame reveals a message in a very simple, non-magical, invisible ink. A very simple scrawl that says, I want to find you freedom. Please find me. Is this something
Works.
that Zira pursues?
She's been alone here, right? It's just been fragments of the Raven Queen giving her orders, incursions, and then just spending time with the collection.
At its
Correct.
best, you have Shadar Kai who exist to vaguely entertain you, but none of them know how to do that.
I don't think she knows what she would even ask of them. It would basically just be like, hey, you're here for missions. You help me, you leave, you're under my service. That's it.
Mhm.
That's the job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Hey everyone, I just want you to know that this is something that I had no idea about.
Yeah.
When you said that name, I just like
I-404.
did you hear me go "Hlah"?
Yeah.
That didn't mean to be out loud, but it was. Yes, I think so.
In days, Zira finds the most appropriate manner by which to scour the entirety of the Fortress of Memories as carefully as possible. You certainly know that being caught is not an option, but you are quite literally a built assassin. This is not something, this is leaning into your God-given skills, you know?
My old
And
training.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you find more notes placed in odd places that you feel like only you would have found. Notes that say, I know you, and I know that you knew how to love. And that she has taken that knowledge from you. And the notes also read that whoever is writing to you also has known what love is. You see notes that read about the warmth of the sun and the kindness of not only strangers, but of family, loved ones. And
I sure didn't leave these notes.
and this handwriting becomes familiar to you. It's all script that reads almost like Elvish. It's in common, but the handwriting is distinct. You come to know of a personage here who calls herself Shareya, but you can never find her. You only find what she has left for you. We're going to call session here.
Man.